Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. Easily Media Group Station. This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over, the Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, McGovern Auto Group, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From KeyBank Center in Buffalo, New York, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins hit the road for a quick one-gamer against their division rivals, the Buffalo Sabres. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Great to have you with us. The Bruins coming off a win over Colorado on Saturday, in which they were held to just 8 total shots through the first 2 periods, but 2 Morgan Geekie goals in the third period helped get them to a victory, their 5th in the last 7 games. And perhaps most impressively, they've done most of that without Charlie McAvoy in the lineup, certainly without Hampus Lindholm in the lineup. And tonight, they might be missing another defenseman, it looks like, as Joe Sacco has had to rely on other defensemen, including Nikita Zadorov, to increase their minutes.
Well, he's one of our other 4D that are in the lineup any given night that have to shoulder more responsibility right now with those 2 guys out, and increased role, increased minutes. So I think that all of our D have handled it fairly well for the most part. It's not easy. We don't expect any of our D to change their game, right? We want them to play the game that they have success with, and don't try to do things that, they're just not within their game. And when Z's moving his feet and he's physical, he obviously has a presence out there. And so I've liked what he's been able to do. He's gotten more increased time and more responsibility on the penalty kill as well. So that's another part of his game.
Yeah, you can add a number of players into that category, right? Zadorov and Peak have seen a lot of key minutes against top lines. They've done a pretty good job all in all. Go back to the Jersey game, wasn't as good, but the last couple of games, certainly they've stepped up their game and been very good and reliable on the back end. You've got, it looks like they're going to be without Carlo here today. Fell ill. He took that puck to the face. Talked to him yesterday. He seemed fine. He said, no, all was good. He came back and played after he took some stitches to the cheek and had a black eye and whatever, but this was an illness that that has felled him. So he's out of the lineup here today, or at least it looks like it. He's not out on the ice for warm-up, so we're assuming that he's not going to be playing here in this game tonight. So more responsibility, for a Callahan, for an Osterley that's going to be back in there, probably going to play the second power play unit. Lohrei. This isn't an overly physical team, the Sabres aren't. It's a team where, I think that, you can play the minutes as long as you don't get stuck in your own zone for prolonged periods of time. You can play those extra minutes. It's not going to be an overly physical game by the Sabres. It's not their style. It's not the way that they play. They're good offensively if you allow them to be, but I think that kind of helps the Bruins in a little bit, in the sense that you don't expect to have your face pasted up against the glass every time they dump the puck in. There's certainly be some physicality to it, but not a ton. But losing Carlo is a big one, right? You're already without McAvoy. You're already without Hampus Lindholm, basically your top 2 defensemen back on the back end, and then Brandon Carlo, probably your most reliable defensive defenseman that you have in your lineup. So they're going to look and push some of these guys to be a little bit better and a little bit more, and then that puts even more emphasis on the forwards and how they play this game, and if they can dictate the pace of play and take some of that responsibility off the back end.
The good news is it looks like McAvoy and Lindholm aren't that far away, as both of them went through full practices in full contact jerseys yesterday. Meanwhile, we spoke on Saturday about the success the Bruins have had on home ice. The opposite is true about life on the road recently. The Bruins just won 6-2 in their last 9 games away from TD Garden, and Morgan Geekie was asked what they can do to change that.
I think it's just being prepared. I think physically, mentally, just ready to go from puck drop. I think we've gotten ourselves behind the 8 ball the last couple games on the road, and it's a little easier at home with your fans behind you to kind of climb out of that, but when you're on the road and in a foreign environment like that, it's tough. So I think just trying to play our game. I think we get away from that a little bit on the road, maybe a little bit of pressure, maybe, but something that I think is pretty easy fix in this room, and something that just comes down to compete and execution.
Well, the good news is, and this is big picture thinking, right? I'm looking at the schedule. After today, 7 of their next 8 games are on home ice. And that takes you to the end of February because of that 2-week break in February. Only 1 game on the road, and that's in New York against the Rangers. So 7 of your next 8 on home ice. You better bank them now because when March hits, 10 of 14 are going to be on the road. So you hope you got it figured out by then. And that's going to be a demanding schedule with a lot of travel. But you've got 1 road trip after today, and it's a back-to-back home in Boston, and then down in New York against the Rangers. There's virtually no travel in the next month. So, and you're playing well on home ice. So bank those points. But you also have to bank points against teams that are below you in the standings, and that's what the Sabres are. You can't take them lightly. You can't walk in here and expect to win. You have to play the game the right way, and it's going to be challenging tonight with some of the guys that you're missing out of your lineup.
And you got to be, better than you were in the first 40 minutes on Saturday, which, David Pastrnak said, it wasn't ideal, but they found a way to win, and that's important.
It's huge, like you said, we were a little flat, which is understandable. That was their game in 4 days for us. And at 1 o'clock, sometimes it's hard to get your legs going, and you don't have much food in you. So same for both teams, but, they were just flying there over a fast team, but they were really fast. So good on us, obviously a big kill that get us momentum, and then we were able to score right after. So to tie things up, and I think the third period was good, defensively, and we were able to close out. So another big win for us, and we have to keep building on this.
Yeah, they had a little rope-a-dope going in that game, right? I mean, they didn't generate anything through the first 2 periods offensively. They weren't terrible defensively. They weren't on top of their game as far as their skating legs go. And, Colorado looked like a much faster team. A lot of it was on the outside, though. I give the Bruins a lot of credit for the way that they defended when they didn't have their legs. They kept most of it on the outside. There were some chances on the inside, no doubt, and Jeremy Swayman was there for them when they needed him to be. But they kept a lot of it on the outside. They reduced the number of rebound opportunities. There were some post hits, so they got some puck luck in that game against the Avalanche. Plus, I think the Avalanche were a little bit off. That's that first game with Natchez, and you listen to some of the press conferences afterwards, whether it was Nate McKinnon talking or whether it was Jared Bednar, the head coach, talking about the trade of Rantanen and how shocked they were that it all came down. So they were a little shell-shocked going into that game, and Natchez and McKinnon were off in their chemistry. They ended up with Natchez had a couple of assists last night in their game, their second game together, but they were definitely off in the first one.
Well, as we take a look at tonight's roster moves, we know Brandon Carlo, as we talked about, a game-time decision under the weather, doesn't look like he's going to play tonight. Cole Koepke will be back in the lineup after missing the last 5 games with injury in place of Max Jones. Coming up here on the Bruins pregame show, we'll go around the NHL, including the Caps locking up goalie Logan Thompson.
Really happy to be here for many more years to come. Love my time here, and just thank you for the opportunity.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco about improvements he wants to see tonight.
I still think that we overpass too much at times. We need to get the puck to the net more. We have to have more of a mindset where we're going to play off the shot. It's something that I have to keep instilling with these guys. It's my job to get them to look to shoot a little bit more.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Buffalo Sabres.
Power, Kulik, shot scores! Yuri Cool with a slapper, and the Sabres have taken a 2-1 lead.
That's coming up here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
Hi, this is Trent Frederick, and I'm excited to team up with the Shaws and Star Market Foundation and 98.5 The Sports Hub for Feeding the Puck for Families this year. Every time me or one of my teammates feeds the puck this season to help score a goal, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation Nourishing Neighbors initiative will donate funds to end hunger here in our local communities. Since its inception, Nourishing Neighbors has raised more than $250 million across the country to ensure our neighbors have the nutrition needed to thrive. Locally, the Shaws and Star Market Foundation will be enabling a donation of $100 every time we feed the puck for a goal to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help end hunger up to $50,000. To learn more about Feeding the Puck for Families, visit 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Artificial intelligence is making life easy for cyber criminals. For example, listen closely. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Could you tell the second one was created with AI? Most people can't tell either, which is why you should use your real intelligence and ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance's home cyber protection. It covers cyber fraud, cyber attacks, identity theft, and more. Safety Insurance will help you manage life's storms, even the AI kind.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
And it'll come out the other side and down the ice, and that will seal the win for the Edmonton Oilers. 3-2 the final.
Back here in Buffalo, Bruins and Sabres coming up. And the last time these teams saw each other, the Sabres were at the tail end of a 13-game losing streak. And while they're at the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings, they've been a 500 team since just before Christmas. Most recently, they've lost 4 out of 5. And head coach Lindy Ruff says defensively, he hasn't been displeased with the way they've been playing.
Our D zone has been, even on this trip, has been good. We've had some, like any team, you'll miss coverage, which costs you a chance usually. The biggest thing, I think, is when you get caught on a long shift, has hurt us. If you look at Vancouver, you look at Calgary, even the Edmonton, we got off to a little bit of a tough start, but it was more puck play than coverage play. The game-winning goal was a coverage play. If you really broke it down, it starts at the other end of the ice where we have a chance to keep the puck in the offensive zone and we misplayed it, and then you got to go down and play a little bit tired in your own zone.
When you talk to people around the Buffalo Sabres organization, it seems like recently it's you fix one thing, something else pops up. You know, you spring a leak somewhere else. You fix that leak, and then something else springs up. So it's one thing kind of after another as they try to address issues as they move along. I mean, it is tough navigating for Lindy Ruff. I mean, you know, this is his second stint behind the bench as a Buffalo Sabres coach. They have not made the playoffs since he was fired. It's been a long time. It's been 13 years since they've made the playoffs. It's going to be 14, unfortunately, for the Buffalo Sabres. They're just running out of runway. But that 13-game losing streak really kind of did them in. And the Bruins played them right at the tail end of it, right? I think they won their next game.
That was
correct?
the last one. Yeah.
And we were joking at the time, you don't want to be the team that the Sabres break their streak against, you know, and the Sabres were probably the better team through at least half of that game, maybe even a little bit more. And then the Bruins came up big at the end and were able to get the victory. But you just can't sleep on teams. You're not good enough. You know, if you're number one, if you're, you know, some of these top teams in the NHL, and like the Bruins have been for the last couple of years, yeah, you have an off night, so what? But you can't afford to have an off night against teams that you should beat. And this is definitely one of them here today.
Well, Ruff, talking about, you know, kind of how his team has played of late, wins and losses have not necessarily been indicative of their performance.
When you go back to the 13 games, there's probably 5-6 games that we played really good hockey, but we found a way to lose instead of finding a way to win. I thought we came out of that and we played some really good hockey. Even the Pittsburgh game, if you look at the amount of chances we had in that game again, it would go to shots and shot attempts like Paul mentioned. You know, you tipped the scale way in your favor, but we still didn't win the hockey game. And it's been kind of a common theme. If you go back to early in the year where an LA Kings game where we come back home and we play a real good game, but we're caught in a 1-0 game where we don't find a way to get that second goal. We've got to get better at taking advantage of our high-quality opportunities to put the opposition in a position where it's hard for them to come back.
Well, they're a young team, right? We know that. And their average age is 26 years old. This is a young team that's still learning their way and navigating their way through a long season and how to deal with ups and downs. You know, you've got some high draft picks on this team. You're waiting for them to really. They've gotten paid. They've gotten paid very well, but you know, are they the right people for the job? And that's kind of the big question right now. I think some of them definitely are, but there's a number of them that are still in question. And they've got good players, but are they a good team? Do they have the leadership? Right now, they don't. I mean, that's just the way it is. They don't have the leadership. Lindy Ruff's trying to lead from behind the bench, but they need leadership from within, from the player side of it. And I don't see that. I'm on the outside looking in, but I don't see that. And when you talk to people around here in Buffalo, that's been a common theme for them.
Well, we're counting you down to Bruins and the Sabres. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next. Then we'll go around the NHL here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Mazda?
Once you discover the Mazda CX-50,
Mazda.
It doesn't take long to get it. With an available turbo engine and off-road drive mode, it's a crossover SUV rugged enough to go well past your expectations. It will have you saying,
Mazda.
The Mazda CX-50. It's made to move you.
Every Mazda SUV offers you an elevated driving experience and refined performance. Discover it at Tasca Mazda Cranston.
Visit the 99 restaurant Monday through Wednesday for their newest big deal meal. Your favorite chicken and sausage al forno is back at the Nines for just $14.99 every Monday through Wednesday. You gotta love the Nines. When you're thinking about your next haircut, use your head. Head to any of the 120 Boston and Providence Supercuts salons. Supercuts, real smart hair.
Contractors, Chelmsford Lumber has been supplying your industry with everything you need to make your next project a success for over 100 years. Chelmsford Lumber offers a full line of building materials like truss joist, engineered wood by Weyerhaeuser, and anything else you need for your next job. Chelmsford Lumber offers expert advice and exceptional customer service to contractors and homeowners alike. Visit Chelmsford Lumber today at 201 Boston Post Road in Chelmsford or call them at 978-244-0222. That's 978-244-0222.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines.
Patriots quarterback Drake May named to the Pro Bowl today as an alternate, and the team has moved on from safeties coach Brian Belichick and longtime assistant Mike Pellegrino. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline. It's an oil change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. Save 15% off your next drive-through oil change. And Valvoline, it's an oil change. Now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray. Ryan and Bob, they'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freedom. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School. They teach the trades.
Hockey season means it's Peerless Boiler season. Now is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless Boiler. Don't wait. Act now. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CRV. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Pilot or a 2.9% APR on a 2025 Ridgeline or CRV.
See dealer for financing details.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Bruins and Sabres coming up from Buffalo as we take a quick check around the NHL. The Caps are in Calgary tonight, having signed goalie Logan Thompson to a 6-year extension, pays him $5.85 million per season.
Yeah, no, we got it done pretty quick, and finalized it this morning. And yeah, no, really happy to be here for many more years to come. I've loved my time here, and just thankful for the opportunity that the Capitals gave me.
Yeah, Logan Thompson's number is fantastic this year. 2nd in the league in goals against, 3rd in the league in save percentage, 3rd in wins, but that's only because he's only played 27 games. He's only lost twice in regulation this season. 22, 2, and 3. He's been outstanding for the Washington Capitals. Great pickup.
Definitely a guy that you want to keep around. Hurricanes will visit the Rangers tonight in a big one in the Eastern Conference. And out west, Stars take on the Golden Knights in Vegas. That's a quick look around the NHL. We'll hear from Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CRV at your local Honda dealer.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. Because they'll
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, can you blow up some balloons for Jack's party?
I can't. I'm so congested.
You need Sinex Saline from Vicks.
Sinex Saline Nasal Spray.
Yeah, just Sinex. Breathe.
Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion associated with colds and year-round allergies with a gentle, ultra-fine mist that's no mess and easy to control.
Daddy, we need more balloons.
On it! Enjoy life's important moments without congestion. Try Sinex Saline from Vicks. Just Sinex. Breathe. Use as directed.
Ugh, time to tackle my to-do list.
You mean all those doctor's appointments you've been putting off?
Exactly. I think this says eye exam?
Just book one on ZocDoc. You can search all kinds of doctors by availability, specialty, location, and read reviews from real patients.
Okay, what about a primary care doc and a dermatologist?
Again, ZocDoc. Gastroenterologist next?
Nope. Brunch.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
A no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. And if you're not happy with your Awaken 180 results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues.
Wherever the year takes you, explore it together in the Chevy of your choice. Visit your New England Chevy dealers.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set to take on the Buffalo Sabres here today, I know it's been a couple days, but the last couple of games defensively, maybe you don't have the opportunities, especially the last game and through the first 2 periods, but defensively, how have you liked your team's game? 5-on-5.
I've liked it, actually. I know we spent a lot more time than we would have liked against Colorado in our zone. Good teams will do that sometimes to you, extend their shifts in the offensive zone. But for the most part, we did a good job of protecting the slot area in the middle of the ice. We kept the majority of the damage to the outside. You know, they were off net a few times on some of their chances. I don't want to say that it was all perfect, but you know, the amount of time that we spent in there, I thought we did the job efficiently.
Through 2 periods, you guys really didn't generate much offensively. What was the conversation like maybe in between periods but you're only down 1, you know, going into the third?
Yeah, no, it was basically you know, we had that kill at the end of the second period, and that was a huge, I think, momentum shift for us. We got through that. We had 9 seconds left to start the kill on the third. Basically, just get through those 9 seconds and then try to get going here offensively a little bit more. When you spend the amount of time that we did in our end, what happens is you chip the puck out into the neutral zone, guys are trying to get off the ice, and you're really extending their offensive zone time by doing that. So we weren't able to generate as much offense as we would have liked, there's no doubt. I still think that we overpassed too much at times. We need to get the puck to the net more. We have to have more of a mindset where we're going to play off the shot. I've said this before, and it's something that I have to keep instilling with these guys. It's my job to get them to look to shoot a little bit more.
Geeks has a couple of goals. He's really emerged. I mean, I know Pasternak's playing some good hockey, and you talked about it this morning with Pav in the middle. Where would you say his ceiling is? More than Geeky?
It's hard to say. I mean, you know, right now when he's part of that line with Pasta. Pasta's, you know, obviously seeing it right now offensively, and he's making great plays. It's just I don't like to predict what his ceiling is. I just think he continues to grow and build his game the way he has. I mean, that's a great sign for the team and the organization. He seems to have, you know, from the first 20 games or so, he's found his way again. He's found his footing. He's got more confidence in himself. And, you know, as a player, once you start feeling better about yourself, your game can take off from there. And good on him that he's been able to, you know, overcome that slow start.
You know, I go back to the game against New Jersey. There was a shift where Zadorov and Peak were caught in their own zone for forever, right? There was a lot of things that went wrong during that shift, but the last couple of games, how valuable those guys have been, especially with the players that you have out on the back end.
Yeah, very. I think, like I said this before, I think guys, their minutes have increased, right? Their responsibilities have increased. We don't want them to change their game, though, because they're, you know, our so-called 1 and 2 defensemen are out, right? We want to make sure that the guys are playing their game. That makes them successful within our group. But, no, their play has been... It's been really big for us. I mean, they're playing against top lines right now, seeing matchups maybe that they ordinarily wouldn't see, and they've been able to handle themselves quite well.
Yeah, and not only them, but you know, a guy like Wotherspoon, and his ice time has definitely increased, and the workload, not only the workload, but the responsibility has increased. And just somebody like him who stepped in and just done his job.
Yeah, you know, Spoons, Peaks, you know, you could even go as far as Mason and Ozzy when he's in there. I think that they've done an admirable job. When you lose guys like we have, you need that whole D-core to step up and raise their level, and they've been able to do that.
So we got Buffalo here today, obviously lower in the standings. You referenced them being a good offensive team. Seems like a broken record. We can attack their defense. You know, is that kind of the key here today against them?
Well, I mean, they still have a good mobile D-core.
Yeah.
I just think when you look at overall team defense, like for us, it's about, when I talk about defense, I'm talking about team defense for us as a group. I guess I reference the same for them, but like I said, I think that if you let these offensive guys get going for the other team here tonight, they can make plays. They have a lot of high-end skill on their back end as well, which helps them create offense, right? So it's incumbent upon us to try to make them play, you know, in their end, below the tops of the circles. If you make teams defend, I don't care how good your structure is defensively. We've seen it with us. You spend a lot of time in your end, you know, eventually there's going to be a crack. You're gonna find something, and I think that has to be part of our game plan here tonight, and not bring pucks back to our own end. Like last time we played these guys, we didn't play north as we should have the first couple of periods, and we paid for it. They have good sticks. We want to keep going north, keep the puck moving straight ahead, and play a more direct game.
Appreciate it, Joe. Good luck here tonight.
Okay, thanks.
Let's go Joe Sacco, Bruins Sabres, next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
After a sluggish start against Colorado Saturday afternoon, the Bruins and Morgan Geekie unleashed an avalanche of their own in the third period that carried them to the win. Pasternak's got it. He starts up ice, up the right wing side. Bruins going left to right. Centering pass, and Geekie scores! Just like that, Bruins have tied it at 1. Pasternak steps out in front, score! It's Geekie again, and the Bruins have a 2-1 lead. Now the Bruins are in Western New York, looking to continue their winning ways against Buffalo. It's the Bruins and the Sabres coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot, goal! It's all tied up.
Cam Neely.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime.
David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick. And the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand into St. Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, McGovern Auto Group, Hub International New England, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. His 100th backhand score on a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
And we're in Buffalo as the Bruins get ready to take on the Sabres, and they'll do so without Charlie McAvoy, without Hampus Lindholm, and now without Brandon Carlo, who's under the weather today. How do they do it even against a Buffalo team? This is asking a lot.
Buffalo's a good offensive team if you let them be. You know, you got guys like, Tage Thompson's an elite offensive player. Great shot, power play, really good on that left wing kind of elbow with the one-timer over there. But also very good in other areas, really skilled. He's not alone. There's other players that can hurt you as well. For the Bruins side of things, they've been doing it without Lindholm and without McAvoy for a little while. Now they're going to be even more tested without the services tonight of Brandon Carlo out of the lineup, hopefully just for tonight, and back in the lineup for the next game. Jeremy Swayman will be counted on a lot here today, I anticipate. Jeremy Swayman's record against the Buffalo Sabres is 7-0-1. Lifetime. He's got a 1.47 goals against and a save percentage at .940 against the Buffalo Sabres. He's going to be counted on big time.
Keys to the game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Opening face-off coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
A 6-letter word for an app where you can easily find and book an in-person or virtual appointment with the perfect doctor by searching specialty and insurance and reading real reviews from real patients.
It's ZocDoc, obviously.
Genius. How'd you know that?
How do you think I found an amazing therapist, dentist, and primary care doc?
Can't believe I didn't know this was an option sooner.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe here. And you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
The Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres getting ready for their second of 4 meetings on the season. And prior to the opening puck drop tonight, we take you down to ice level for a pair of national anthems.
Performed tonight by Cammy Clooney.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us common. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Getting set for the opening face-off between the Sabres and the Bruins. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Buffalo Sabres, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. On defense, the pairing of Owen Power and Matthias Samuelsson. And up front, Jason Zucker, Dylan Cousins, and Alex Tuck. For the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman starting in goal, Nikita Zadorov and Andrew Peeke, your defenseman. And up front, Morgan Geekie, Pavel Zacha, and David Pastrnak. The starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Cassie Gately of Seabrook, New Hampshire. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Cassie will win a pair of tickets to a future Bruins game courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the road white sweaters, white helmets, black pants. Sabres in blue from head to toe with the yellow numbers and trim, and the opening face-off at center ice controlled by Buffalo. Bruins will defend down to our right, shoot in the end to our left here in the first period. Puck controlled by Owen Power, tried to play it through the neutral zone. It skips in on goal, and Swayman plays it aside. Peak wrapped it up the far boards. Pasternak angles a skate and kicks it along for Zacha. Floats one across the ice into the Buffalo zone, and Zucker along the near side boards will drag it back the other way. Pass off to the right side for Tuck. Threw one back in front, looking for the redirect from Zucker. Swayman had to knock it away from his crease, so the puck settled in behind the net. Andrew Peak in there against Dylan Cousins. In the far corner, Tuck against a fallen Pavel Zacha. Can't get his stick to that puck. They continue to joust forward along that far side corner. Peak able to knock it away from Cousins, and he goes down along the end wall. Bruins get stuck in their own zone here as Tuck throws one to the net. That one blocked. Came free. Cousins, a turnaround shot from the right circle, and Swayman knocked that aside. Sent back toward the point. Power dealt over to the far side. Got it right back. Moves it down the right wing circle. Trying to get it in front. Blocked there by Zadorov, but still controlled here by the Sabres. Puck toward the slot. Peak takes away. Racing to it on the far side boards, but Power able to hold in the zone. Now they get it out, and Pasternak will skate it ahead.
Yeah.
Bruins get a much-needed change. And Pasternak fighting his way all the way to the Sabre net, able to get a backhand shot in on Luukkonen.
That was the end of a shift for Pasternak, and he did it against Dahlin. One-on-one, coming down the right side, dragged it to the middle, get the backhand away.
Jason Lohrei played it to Parker Wotherspoon on the far side, had it taken away, and a shot from the left circle by Tage Thompson. It angled all the way out of the zone. Byram back in his own zone now. Hands off for Dahlin. Just about 2 minutes gone in this first period. Puck comes in front of the Bruins bench, controlled by Wotherspoon. Lohrei off the cross ice pass. He'll go back across the ice and carried into the attack zone here by Coyle.
Had some numbers there if they could get that pass back across.
Instead, it deflected off into the left wing corner. Now here's Lohrei, left circle, stepping in with a shot that missed the net.
This should be a game where Lohrei can really excel. You know, I was talking about it pregame show, right, Ryan? We were talking, they're not an overly physical team. He can dangle a little bit. That's a good opportunity right there from the left wing circle.
Trent Frederick goes crashing into the far corner, knocks down McLeod, but the Sabres will play the puck around the boards to the near side. Now to the zone it comes. Jack Quinn playing it toward the Boston blue line. Osterley gives to Frederick. Deep into the Sabres zone it goes, all the way around the far boards. And here's Mallenstein up the left wing side. Chips it into the left wing corner. Zadorov wraps it up the near side boards. Elias Lindholm took a hit from Dahlin. Dahlin's got the puck now on his stick. Deals it back to Byram, walking it along the blue line. Shot blocked by Frederick in the slot. And taken up and out of the zone by Vinny Lettieri. He'll play it deep and go for a change. 3 minutes into this first period. Byram. Pass all on that left wing side. Sent deep into the Boston zone. Zadorov backhanded into the far corner. Beecher pushed it along to Cole Koepke. Back into the lineup today after missing 5 in a row. Koepke now down the right wing circle. Just missed a pass into the middle for Beecher, who's crashing the doorstep.
Dahlin got back to disrupt that and not allow that pass to get to Beecher.
Jason Lohrei comes back and plays the puck to Parker Wotherspoon once again. Lifted up the right wing side. Comes bouncing down into Buffalo territory. They're going to whistle that an icing. Samuelson not exactly at full speed going back to get that puck.
You know he's not a fast player, but, I mean, got to put a little bit more effort into it than that.
So face-off will come in the D zone here with 16:22 to go in the first period. Just underway here in Buffalo.
Didn't want to go longer than 4 minutes without a whistle to start the game, I guess.
It'll be Zacha to take the draw against Dylan Cousins, near circle.
The late arriving crowd here.
Or not arriving at all.
Yeah,
we'll see.
No, that's probably right.
Puck along the end boards. Controlled by the Sabres, a centering pass. They were looking for Cousins in front, but instead deflected up over the glass near side.
People here still in shock over Sunday's defeat. Kansas City over the Bills. The Bills are everything here. I mean, it's been a long time since the Sabres, since they've had a team to cheer about here with the Buffalo Sabres. It's just been difficult for them. It's been a really long run, 13 straight years. It looking strong, like it's going to be 14 straight years after this one without making the playoffs.
As you said, this region's kind of riding their hopes on the Bills this year, and it didn't happen for them.
They've had their issues against the Chiefs. They're not the only team, but they haven't been able to get over the hump against them.
Knocking on the door for years. The puck dumped in here on Luukkonen. He'll steer it off for Dahlin. Back through the neutral ice. AJ Peterka chasing in behind the Bruins net. Zadorov poke checked it up the far boards, and they get it out of the zone. Here's Pasternak giving it back and forth with Zadorov as they come across the blue line. Dahlin took one away. Geekie holds in the zone at the line. Now Dahlin again along the near boards. Up against Geekie. Geekie reached in there and got a piece of that puck as he was trying to wrap it around the wall. Battle for possession along the near boards. Won by Zacha. Hands off at the blue line for Callahan. Pasternak tried to get it back to Zacha back at the center of the blue line, and that one just missed. So the Bruins will go for a change here. 15-18 to go in the first period. Long pass across the ice. Finds Charlie Coyle up the left wing side. Goes right down the circle. Shot. And the save made by Lukin. And the puck was in the crease there for a moment. Sabres able to clear it away and now dump it deep with Jack Quinn sending down into the corner. Able to pivot it back toward the near side wall. Jokiharju sent it around to the far side. Shot angled wide of the net from the far circle. That shot by Krebs caught the outside of the net. And the Bruins will move out with Poitras playing it toward the right wing side with Terry just on from the bench.
Nice feed from Callahan right there to find the middle of the ice, get that puck out. Charlie Coyle's chance. Love that. You go from the left wing side. He's a right-hand shot. You attack the triangle of the defenseman. As they reach for the poke check, you pull that puck in between the stick and the skate and then get the quick shot away. And the rebound just went by his skate, Coyle's skate, on the side of the net.
Nice and Kozak knocked down by Letary. Bruins will push the puck out of their zone here. And Elias Lindholm directed into the Buffalo zone, but Samuelsson will clear it away. Deep it comes. Kozak bearing down on Wotherspoon. Gets the hit. Zach Benson along that far wall. Bruins regain the puck. Played into the middle here from Wotherspoon to Frederick. Lohrei through the neutral ice with a pass that bounced away from Brazo. Sabres have it back in their own zone. 6:15 gone here in the first. Cousins dropping one back. He'll come across ice now for Samuelsson. Back across the ice, and Koepke gets a stick on that. Zadorov gives into the neutral zone. Brazo swipes it into the Buffalo end. It goes bouncing in on goal, and Luukkonen scoops it up, hangs on, gets the whistle. With 6.5 to go, or 6.5 gone by here in this first period, and we are scoreless in Buffalo on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you, you're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCEnighttrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your 2025 in a new F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, for 48 straight years. 6.5 minutes gone in this first period. No score between the Bruins and Sabres. Puck in the Buffalo zone. Pasternak giving chase. It's cleared out to the blue line, but not out. Lohrei bats one toward the near circle, taken away by Cousins. And out to the red line. Lohrei gets it to Zacha. Jumped away from him as he tried to gain the attack zone. Dahlin taking it to the far wall. Played it back across the ice and sunk back deep into Buffalo territory. Dahlin with Zaka bearing down on him in that far corner. Able to clear the puck up the wall. Dumped back in by Wotherspoon. And the Bruins will go for a change. Long pass ahead to Cousins. He'll backhand it around Zadorov and deep into Boston territory. Peak sent it back toward Zadorov along the near side. Headmans it along for Marchand coming through neutral ice. Battling his way into the Buffalo zone. Down into the near corner goes the puck. Marchand able to win it back. Sends it back around that far side. Peak stepping up on Kulik, but the puck got through them, and Thompson headed the other way. On the left wing circle. Pulls up for the shot. Save made by Swayman.
Changed his mind. Lost the puck for a second, but still got a pretty decent opportunity. That was a 2-on-1. Thompson coming down the off wing. He's a right shot coming down the left side, looking to make that pass. Still got an opportunity after losing the handle on it.
Patra will go into the near corner along with Marchand against Power.
Got to be careful with him on the ice. Those pinches, you know, when to step, when not to step up.
Terry shoving Krebs over by the front of the Buffalo bench. Power gets a cross ice pass. Deals it up the right wing side. Quinn tried to one-touch it along for McLeod. Elias Lindholm involved in this play in the Bruins zone. Out near the blue line, Jokiharju threw one in front, knocked down, and it'll come back his way at the right point. Deals over to that far side. Now they'll work it to Krebs. His shot goes wide off into the near corner. Jokiharju pinching down the wall. Frederick able to knock it away from him, but not out. Quinn throws one back to the net. Stick saved by Swayman. 11:25 left here in the first period. No score so far. Frederick chasing one out near the blue line. Benson trying to keep it in. Jumped out of play.
Between the Pipes, sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes for the Buffalo Sabres here tonight, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
12th start in the last 15 for Swayman.
Swayman's numbers against Buffalo are excellent. Lifetime 7-0-1. 1.4 goals against.
As you said, you know, 3 defensemen out of the lineup today as he makes a save there, and the rebound get away from him. Just pushed wide of the net from Kozak.
I think that hit him in the head. He's still down right now. He's kind of shaking his head a little bit there.
Shook his head, shook his whole body out there.
Kozak had the rebound, had to go off the kind of the toe of his backhand, trying to get to that rebound chance.
Kozak just called up from Rochester. Wendy Ruff said a lot of good things about him this morning when they were getting ready to make that call up. Obe Kubel put on waivers yesterday and freed up the spot for Kozak to get the call.
Mallenstein with that hit, but I don't think there's been many here to start this game.
Dumped in. Pasternak out of the right corner trying to get it out in front. Scramble for it. Nobody can find it. Now it's Pasternak from the left circle. A turnaround shot. That one blocked.
That was almost a delay of game penalty on the Sabres right there. Hold the puck in their hand.
Pasternak. Zadorov. He whistles one wide of the net. Peak. They'll play it back in deep here for Geekie trying to get it out in front. And instead it'll be taken away. Zucker will bring out into the neutral zone. Pasternak has the puck back on his stick. From inside the red line, he dumps in. Pasternak, fresh off being named first star of the week in the National Hockey League.
3rd star last week.
Right. Here's Tuck. Misfired on a shot attempt, then got it in front for Zucker. Tipped on goal.
Zucker's having a good season. So is Tuck. But that's a nice little play there in front. Zucker just couldn't finish it.
Centering pass broken up here by Marchand. Bruins will break the other way. Up the right side comes Patra from the right circle. Shot goes off the end boards. Marchand's got the rebound. Sent it out in front. And a scramble for it. And Luukkonen's got it covered. 9:27 left here in the first period. No score. Bruins and Sabres on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Ready to prioritize yourself in the new year? Your Skin is a great place to start. Dime Beauty, founded by a master esthetician, is more than just a skincare company. With 4 skin-conscious categories, skincare, beauty, body care, and fragrance, Dime offers simple, spa-worthy products that will help you enter 2025 with confidence. Whether you're revitalizing your regimen with nourishing products or building one from scratch, Dime makes it easy. The Work System, our all-in-one best-selling routine, includes a cleanser of your choice, toners, serums, and moisturizers, taking the guesswork out of skincare for your healthiest, happiest skin yet. Dime's commitment to clean ingredients and sustainable packaging ensures every product is as gentle on your skin as it is on the planet. With thousands of glowing 5-star reviews and a loyal community, the results speak for themselves. Revive your skin and give yourself the routine refresh you deserve by visiting dimebeautyco.com. That's dimebeautyco.com. Your best skin awaits.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
9:27 to go here in the first period. Bruins and Sabres are scoreless. Second meeting of the year between these teams. Bruins won 3-1 on home ice back on December 21st. That was a game that is probably the definition of low event hockey. There were 39 total shots in that game, 20-19 in favor of the Sabres.
Got to win all kinds.
Face off.
You make your own noise here today. That's unless they're pumping the sound into the the PA. It's quiet in here.
Well, as you said, plenty of empty seats, but the ones that are filled, there's a lot of black and gold visible in the crowd here.
I was talking to a couple of my friends here. I spent some time in Buffalo, and they were just saying, like, you can't even. They get offered tickets and they can't give them away.
Yeah.
Now that the Bills season's over, maybe there'll be some more people here, but
it's a shame.
Look, when it's 13 years going on 14 and you don't make the playoffs, and we're going to talk a lot more about we're going to do a little deep dive on the Sabres here in between periods, but the numbers are staggering.
It's a shame because this is a terrific market for hockey when they have something to cheer for. As Osterley gets the dump in here. Comes around the near boards. Dahlin will play it into the middle of his own zone. Pass out into the neutral ice. Carried into the zone here by McLeod. He twists into the corner. Dropped one off. Came right back to him from Quinn. And back around it comes toward the near side. But Terry rushing over there with a hit on Jokiharju. And Lindholm will play it across ice. Here's Jordan Osterley up the right side. And there's one deep into the Buffalo zone. Frederick goes to get it along the end boards. We got 8:08 to go in this first period. It comes back toward the near corner. Hit Frederick in the skate. Krebs on behind his net. Trying to lift it out. Knocked down onto Lettieri, but he got knocked off balance before he could take advantage. And Bruins will go for a change. Sabres doing likewise here. 7:48 to play. On power from the near circle. Pass from Samuelson. Ricochets off a stick and goes all the way out of play in the Bruins defensive zone.
Yeah, you know, you look at some of the players that the Sabres have had recently who they have allowed to let go, whether via trade and because players wanted out or unrestricted free agency. Linus Ullmark was the latest one, right, that went to the Bruins via unrestricted free agency. But Brandon Montour went on to win a Stanley Cup. Sam Reinhart went on to win a Stanley Cup and score 50 goals. Jack Eichel, Stanley Cup. Ryan O'Reilly, Conn Smythe winner. I mean, that's a crazy bounce right there.
Yeah.
File that one, Jeremy Swayman.
Yeah, it took a funny hop off the end glass and out through the slot. Here's Beecher now getting one deep into the attack zone.
Imagine those guys. Now they've gotten pretty good players for them, but
right. Here's Lohrei moving down the left circle, takes a shot, scores! Mason Lohrei able to walk right down the left circle. Beats Luukkonen on the glove side. It's 1-0 Bruins.
Well, it's a good example of what Lohrei can do. We mentioned him in the pregame show. I said this could be a good game for him. You know, he makes a nice move out at the left point. That puck comes back to him. He's got Zach Benson coming out to try to confront him. He looks like he's going to take a step to the middle. He gets Benson to bite, and then he goes right back to the forehand. And now he walks right into the left wing circle. He's inside the dot on the left wing circle, and he fires this one. It's going to go off I don't think it went off of anybody. It looked like it just went under the glove maybe of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, just off the bottom of his glove and in. That's a nice move out at the point, though, on Benson. And he leaves him in the dust as he attacks the net from the left side.
Third of the year for Mason Lohrei. Bruins with a 1-0 lead. 7 minutes left here in the period as a shot by Cousins gets up high on Swayman who makes the save. Zacha trying to play it back behind the Bruins net. Peak had to deal with a couple of Sabres back there. And now a shot that skimmed off the outside of the post. Zadorov against Tuck in the corner around the far side. Byram got it back to Cousins out near the blue line. Sends it across ice, and a one-timer by Dahlin kicked away. Rebound grabbed by Pasternak. He'll bring it up through the neutral ice. Angles a pass ahead for Geekie. Geekie along the near side wall. Spun off it by Byram. Byram now will carry the puck through the neutral zone as he cuts across the ice toward the far side. Cousins right back to Thompson. One-timer scores. And the Sabres strike right back to tie it at 1. Tage Thompson.
Yeah, I want to say Thompson came off the bench here and added to this rush as the fourth guy. He's one-timing the puck right from the middle of the ice. Byram carries the mail into the offensive zone for the Sabres. Thompson came from the bench. The Bruins make a line change. They don't identify. And that's going to leave Thompson wide open. Nice little passing play. You had 3 different guys touch the puck on that rush. Byram won't get a point on it because Peterka makes the pass over to the right side, and then the touch pass back to Tage Thompson in the middle, and the one-timer blowing it by Jeremy Swayman. It's a good goal off the rush there.
Team high 23rd of the year for Tage Thompson. And we're even at a goal apiece. There's 56 seconds in between those goals. As Charlie Coyle comes back behind Jeremy Swayman with the puck on his stick. Plays to the near boards. Coyle goes and gets it himself. Now Marchand swatting at a puck in the air. Couldn't knock it past Jokiharju. It'll come back deep into Boston territory, and Swayman stops it behind the net. Osterley's pass out of the zone. Couldn't find Coyle. Turka dropped it back to Jokiharju in his own zone. Jokiharju from the near circle. The pass up the right side. Kulik will get it deep. Swayman played back into the near corner. Callahan pushed it up the wall off of Marchand's skate. Comes to Coyle. He floats one out into the neutral zone. Giving chase was Lindholm, but Sabres have it back. And into the zone they come. On the far boards. Turned over and lifted right back out. Lettieri gloving one down. Get knocked down, but got the puck around the boards in the Sabres end. Power reversed it back around to that far side. So we took down toward 5 minutes to play in the period. Here's McLeod across the line. Quinn right circle. Centering pass was knocked away there by Wotherspoon. Bruins will break out. Lettieri angling one up the left side. Lohrei on his horse trying to get there.
Yeah, just a bad angle on that. Right idea.
Oh, puck came out in front there, and Lettieri was trying to find the handle as he got knocked down. Lohrei pushed it back down into the corner. McLeod right there. Played behind the Sabres net. And plenty of room along the far corner for Power. Both teams changing up ice here. As Samuelson pushes the puck back behind his net. Dahlin to Cousins. Cousins coming into the neutral zone. Stops shy of the red line. Drops it back. Dahlin chased back toward his own
too many
line.
men.
And we get a whistle and an offside here against the Sabres instead.
Pretty close to too many men.
They'll step aside. 4:19 to go here in the first. We're tied at 1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
WIC is a supplemental nutrition program that plays a crucial role in improving the health and well-being of children by providing families access to healthy foods, nutritional education, and other essential support services. WIC programs help improve the long-term health outcomes of mothers and children by ensuring all eligible families, regardless of immigration status, have access to cost-free nutrition resources they need to thrive. If you or someone you know could benefit from WIC, visit health.ri.gov/WIC or reach out to your local WIC office to learn more about eligibility and how to apply.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Ends on Thursday night. The Bruins are celebrating Hockey is for Everyone, presented by TD Bank as they face off against the Winnipeg Jets starting at 7 p.m. Select tickets are still available to purchase. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seat today. 4:18 to go here in the first period. Bruins and Sabres tied at 1. Boston moving right to left here in the first period. They get the puck deep. Geekie able to one-hand it along for Pasternak on the far side circle. Puck comes across ice here to Lohrei. Puck on edge as he shot it wide of the net.
Yeah, he had Tuck coming out at him. He had to avoid Tuck's the leg of Tuck to get that shot through.
On the end boards, Geekie reaching in against Byram. Tuck from the near circle. Pushed it out toward the blue line. Zucker lifted up deep into Boston territory. Lohrei skates back to get it ahead of Cousins. Gets a pass around Tuck coming out of the zone. Here's Geekie from the center circle. Floats one down into the right wing corner. Coyle on his horse after it, but Power spins around behind his net. Stops along the near side boards and passes across ice for Thompson. Dumped in around the near boards. Zadorov reversed it toward that far side. Coyle comes back to get it and gives behind the net for Zadorov. Pass around Peterka up through the neutral zone. It comes to Marchand coming down the left wing side. Pulls up along the hash marks against Power. Power able to spin him away from that puck and get it back out of the zone. Zadorov over to Peak far side, and he'll dump it back in from the blue line. Marchand against Power again in the near corner. Puck comes to Tage Thompson. Harassed by Patra. Help force a turnover. Marchand trying to throw one toward the net. That blocked by Thompson, and he'll lift one over everyone's head and out. Zadorov.
Swayman thought it was going to be ice, and he had the arm up. He wasn't going to play it. You can see the linesman waving it off.
Zadorov was gliding from about the blue line in.
Well, he saw Swayman with his hand up.
Well, he also saw that one earlier. Puck off the near side boards into the neutral ice. Callahan there for the Bruins at his own blue line. Beecher will carry across the Buffalo line. Pass left for Koepke, didn't connect. And it'll be brought back by Krebs. To the right wing side. And into the corner goes McLeod. Up against Koepke. Turn back toward the near side wall. Push back to Jokiharju with the right point. Over to the far side. And it's forced out of the zone. Jacob Bryson trying to stick handle out there. Krebs will bring back in across the line. McLeod set up near the blue line here. Played it away from Trent Fredericks check. Osterley along the end boards. Shoved to the wall by Krebs. In the far corner, Jack Quinn. Quinn moving toward the top of the face-off circle with Terry able to take one away and clear it off the far boards. Frederick pushing his way up ice, trying to drive to the net. One-handed it just wide of Luukkonen. Near side circle. Lindholm got it back to Lohrei. Over to Wotherspoon. His shot got blocked. Came right back to him. Wotherspoon will play it off the near boards and in behind the net.
Terrific effort by Frederick there. He's used some speed to break free, gained some separation. Wasn't able to get two hands on the stick, but still got something on the one-handed.
Wotherspoon back near his own blue line. Finds Pasternak. Geekie rips it around the board. Zacco on the far wall. Tipped off his stick, but right to Pasternak, who gets flattened by Mallenstein.
He's the only guy hitting for Sabres. Had two hits.
Puck in the neutral zone. Glove down here by Wotherspoon, and then he sticks it deep. Under a minute to go here in the first period. Tie game. On the far side boards, played through the neutral ice and across the line. Tuck, high slot. Cousins trying to find Power coming down the right circle, knocked away. Pasternak headed back the other way in a hurry. From the top of the face-off circle, tried to stop, got knocked off balance by Byram.
Yeah, at the end of a shift for Pasternak that time, Geekie was trying to join the rush.
Here's Zucker coming down the near side circle, trying to fight his way to the net. Peak ends up with the puck on his stick. 25 seconds to play in the period. Lifted off the glass and back through the neutral ice. Byram shoots around behind the net. Peak in that far corner. They'll bring it back in behind the Bruins net. We got 10 seconds left in the period. Peak in no particular hurry to get moving here. As the clock ticks down, 3, 2, and 1. Crowd boos as the Bruins run out the final seconds of the period.
Is that what they're doing?
Either that or they really like Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with the lose. It's a 1-1 game at the end of 20 minutes here in Buffalo. We'll be back with our first intermission coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
It's so. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
To design the Lexus ES, all we had to do was listen. Your ears said exactly where to put the speakers. Your eyes told us where to put the available head-up display.
Hey, Lexus, find me an alternate route.
Even your right foot helped out. It let us know you'd enjoy a little more torque. Turns out you had a lot to tell us. We certainly heard you. The Lexus ES. Not just for you, by you. Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
They're counting it down here at Wells Fargo Center. Final 6 seconds left. Flyers going to go in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third.
You know, our chance was in Game 6. We had it, and we didn't take advantage of some of those situations that could have put the team away like they put us away tonight.
Bob able to move it off, now to Vanek. Wrist shot blocked away by Lucic, and Lucic has a breakaway, and it rolled off his stick. Lion Miller came out to play it, and Lucic runs him over. And Miller had his mask knocked off, and now everyone gathering around Lucic along the back glass.
The Ryan Miller watch is now officially over. Ryan Miller is now a member of the St. Louis Blues. Ryan Miller and Steve Ott have gone to the St. Louis Blues. In exchange, Jarl Halak is going back to the Buffalo Sabres. Chris Stewart with some scoring, and William Carrier.
Moore keeping it in there to Ekman Larson. He slides it off for Gagne. Scores! Gagne ripped it into the net.
2 of our predetermined draft status.
Buffalo selects Jack Eichel.
I was hearing a lot of things that we were going to try and do a rebuild, or so. I went to the team and just said I didn't. I wasn't really happy with the idea of that.
Connecting, got it in from the backhand. They scored. Philadelphia, Provorov came in to stuff it in behind Allmark, and Philadelphia wins it in OT 4-3.
You just not won in 18 games. You're trying to get that belief system. And so that moment was really big behind the scenes, what transpired there, because there was a whole shift in a belief system. So for me as a coach at that point, it was like, our guys got this. We're going to go the right direction from here forward.
In the midst of a 13-year playoff drought, they turned back to Lindy Ruff. They have made it official again just moments ago.
It is tremendous that Lindy has a long, storied history in the Buffalo Sabres organization. It's terrific that he is connected to the city of Buffalo and the Western New York community. But that's really just an added bonus. He's the right person for this job, and I truly believe that he is the person that's going to take us to the next level.
Little taste of the last 13 years here in Buffalo, where they have not made the playoffs. We're back here for the first intermission, 1-1 Bruins and Sabres. We wanted to talk a little bit about where this organization is at and where they've been here over the last decade plus. As you said, they've had some really good players come through here that are no longer here and are very successful other places.
I hate to pile on because I do like it here, and I think there's a lot of good people here. It's just, but 13 straight seasons without making the playoffs. The last time they qualified for playoffs was 2010, 2011. And, in that time, so 13 years, this being 14, 8 different coaches. 8! Like, really? 8 different coaches. 4 different general managers. The players that they've let go, Eichel, O'Reilly. So Eichel, Stanley Cup. O'Reilly, Stanley Cup, Conn Smythe winner. Montour, Reinhart, 50 goal scorer. Montour, Stanley Cup winner. Reinhart, Stanley Cup winner, 50 goal scorer. Linus Ullmark, unrestricted free agent. You can go like guys as like Marcus Foligno as well, captain. Brandon Hagel, 30 goal scorer, now playing for Tampa. They drafted him and never signed him. Chicago ended up signing him, then he went on to Tampa. They've gotten some good players back. First-round picks. They've gotten Alex Tuck, Krebs, that was for the Eichel trade. For O'Reilly, got Tage Thompson. For Montour, they got a third-round pick. Reinhart, they got Devin Levi, who was the savior when he first got here, but now he's down in Rochester. They also got a first-rounder, Yuri Kuluk, who's playing here today. And then Ullmark was an unrestricted free agent. Their drafts, going from recent to further down the line. Zach Benson in the lineup. These are the guys in the lineup today. First round picks in the lineup today. Zach Benson, he was 13th overall. Kulik was 28th overall. You've got Jack Quinn, who's in the lineup. He was 8th overall. Owen Power, 1st overall. Dylan Cousins, 7th overall. Rasmus Dahlin, 1st overall. You should be better than what you are right now. And they're not, and I don't know if Lindy Ruff's the right guy for it. I don't know if the players are the right people for it. At some point, the players have to take ownership. They don't have the leadership. They gave all these big contracts to these players, whether Power and Dahlin, Samuelson, some of the guys up front. Thompson's done it, but they don't have a resume, in terms of a team. Right. They have a resume a little bit as individuals, but not as a team. And it is, it's piling on, but that's 13 years, and it's going to be 14. They're not going to make the playoffs again.
Yeah, all the talent that you just mentioned, and they still had a 13-game losing streak this year.
And that put them right out of the playoffs.
Right, and you're just never going to recover from that. So, little look at what they've been dealing with in Buffalo as we have a 1-1 game at the end of one between the Bruins and Sabres. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pearl Vision knows that the new year brings new resolutions. But how many of those goals do we actually keep? Hitting the gym? Ugh. Sticking to a diet? No thanks. But getting your eyes checked? That's easy. Visit pearlvision.com to schedule an eye exam and get a new pair of glasses to see clearly and look your best. Pearl Vision accepts all major vision plans, including iMed and VSP.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, taking a look at the NHL scoreboard right now after one period. It's Montreal and Winnipeg. They are tied at 1. Also, Tampa Bay, they have a 1-0 lead over Chicago. The Carolina Hurricanes have a 1-0 lead over the Rangers. And currently in the first period, no score between the Islanders and Avalanche. A few other games of note. Calgary, they host Washington tonight. Puck drops for that one at 9 o'clock. Later on, it will be Vegas and Dallas. Puck drops for that one at 10 p.m. In Seattle, they will host Anaheim. Some Patriots news today. Well, Drake May, he is going to the Pro Bowl, officially named to the Pro Bowl today as an alternate. Also, the team has moved on from safeties coach Brian Belichick. They also will be moving on from Mike Pellegrino. Both will not return in 2025. The Cowboys, they've hired Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. And the Celtics will be back in action tonight when they take on Chicago. Sam Hauser, Jason Tatum, all listed as questionable. Mark your calendars to register for Girls Learn to Play, presented by Pure Hockey on Wednesday, February 5th at 12 p.m. The Boston Bruins program is returning this spring to help girls ages 5 to 10 who are aspiring youth hockey players develop their skills. For more information, head to bostonbruins.com/girlslearntoplay. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change, now open in Rainham, Reading, and in Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. The second period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community, all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Hi. Sorry. Did I startle you? When you're used to hearing a certain type of commercial, something like this can, well, take you by surprise. That's kind of how it is with the Lexus RX, a vehicle that has continued to defy expectations for over 25 years. From the first luxury vehicle of its kind, to the first hybrid luxury vehicle, to the only plug-in hybrid worthy of the RX name. We understand you want more than the everyday SUV. And isn't being understood an amazing feeling? Click the banner to discover more. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Happy Monday.
For real?
Yeah, my Mondays feel a lot better since I found an amazing therapist.
Ugh, jealous. I really need to find a good therapist, but I don't know where to start.
Find and book the right therapist for you on ZocDoc. Look, the patient reviews say that Dr. Taylor is super compassionate, she's in network, and available tomorrow.
What would I do without you?
Probably look for a new job.
You've got options. Download the free ZocDoc app to book today.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
One period in the books here in Buffalo. The Sabres and the Bruins tied at 1. We're joined downstairs by defenseman Andrew Peeke. You had a season high in ice time in the last game. Obviously, with Carlo out of the lineup tonight, you're probably going to be sniffing that again. What's the key when you get that level of ice time in a game like this?
For me, it's the same process. Same type of warm-up, same everything. Obviously, there's going to be an expanded role, obviously, with the inevitable. But for me, it's keeping the same mentality, playing hard, playing direct, and moving my feet.
As a group, have the defensemen kind of taken this challenge with McAvoy out of the lineup the last couple of weeks? Lindholm's been out for a while. Is it kind of a group mentality that you all need to be able to do more?
Yeah, definitely. I think we all obviously understand the types of player those two are. For us, we each have our own role and each have our own strengths. And I think when we play to that, we work well together as a group.
What did you think of the first period overall?
As if we need to be better. I think we need to be more direct, move the pucks quicker. We're kind of taking the puck back a little too much, feeding into what they do well, and that's playing off the rush, playing off transition. So be more direct, get a forecheck going on, put them in zone, go to work.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Andrew Peeke joining us. He's brought to you by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. The Bruins and Sabres tied at 1 as we go to the second period.
Yeah, I'd echo that. A lot of the comments made there.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of room for improvement. You had the 1-0 lead. You have a rough shift after that, kind of a rough line change, and then poorly defended on the goal by Tage Thompson. One-timer, nice play from the Sabres standpoint. Nice passing play. 4 different guys touch the puck before Thompson gets the one-timer away, but I think that could have been defended a lot better.
That one-timer, by the way, clocked at over 102 miles an hour. Tage Thompson now the 2 hardest shots that have resulted in goals in the NHL this season. He had one that was almost 104. Here's Pasternak trying to take a one-timer, but disrupted by Zucker as we get the second period underway. Bruins will go from left to right on offense. Here's Pasternak from behind the net trying to wrap one around the far side. Instead taken away, and Tuck played it off the far boards. It comes across the ice and back into Boston territory. Peeke will go back to get it. Swayman again had his arm up, and again the linesman did not agree.
I think he was pointing to his left that time. And he wasn't going to play it just in case, but...
Peake's pass missed Zadorov. Here's Frederick poking one into the attack zone, though, from the left circle. High shot, save made. Lindholm's trying to get the rebound on net, but that was blocked. It'll come around.
Rising shot there from Frederick.
Come around to Wotherspoon. His shot through the slot blocked by Thompson. Terry in the left wing corner now against Byram. Thompson comes back onto the puck. It's shoved by Frederick off the far boards. Lohrei throws one on goal, and Luukkonen makes the save and hangs on.
Yeah, good shift that time, right? You get Frederick with the shot from the left wing side. Rising shot on Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen that gets the rebound out in front. Lindholm tries to get to it. They rotate. They use the back of the net nicely. And eventually Lohrei getting the chance from that left point, just trying to put one on net, looking for either a tip or a rebound. Or maybe one sneaks through a screen.
It'll be an attack zone face-off here for Charlie Coyle. Marchand and Patra. Wotherspoon and Lohrei, the D pair. Far circle down to our left, or down to our right, rather. As the puck comes out of the zone, Lohrei will play it back toward Wotherspoon. Up the right side, Patra tips it deep. Jokiharju going behind his net. Marchand took it off the far wall, gave it up, got it right back, and then got it in front, but just missed Patra coming down the slot.
Put it in between the skate and the stick. Wow.
Sabres get whistled for an icing here.
Yeah, that's
Jack Quinn begs to differ.
Not agreeing with it. Yeah, and it looked like he had an argument.
So get another attack zone face-off here. Zaka will take this one. Pasternak and Geekie join him. Off the face-off. Zaka pulled it just back behind him, but the Sabres able to come away with it. Krebs will bring through neutral ice. Pass off to the right side here for McLeod. And shot save made by Swayman. Hangs on.
McLeod's got some speed. Came over in a trade from the Edmonton Oilers. He's got some. He's a guy that can play some different positions. You wonder if he's a guy that might be a deadline acquisition. There's a few other guys that are going to be candidates to be deadline acquisitions if the Sabres stay out of the playoff hunt. They got to decide what to do here. You got these young players who were drafted first overall or in the first round. If you don't insulate them with the leadership and experience around, and they don't have much of it, they're not going to get good at the pace that you want them to get good.
Right.
It's just going to take so much longer. And that's management. That has to, and I'm not putting it all on management. The players have to take ownership of it too,
right.
But
here's Koepke driving to the front of the net. Knocked away from him by McLeod. Krebs trying to play it up the far boards. Got it as far as the red line. Zadorov will drop it back to Peak. Peak will carry back into the attack zone. Down the right circle. Shot just wide on the stick side. Angles off the boards and out of the zone. Osterley will play it back in deep. Bruins getting a change on here.
Like, what's your identity? You're not a physical team.
Right.
Are you a fast team?
Not overly.
Not really?
Yeah.
Are you tight defensively? No.
I get whistled for another icing here.
They've got individuals who can put up some numbers. Tage Thompson being number one among them. But what is your identity?
Well, and at some point, some of those players, and we've seen it, we were talking about some of them over that first intermission. At some point, those players make the decision that they don't want to be here because the team's not going to compete.
Reinhart leaves here and goes down and scores 50 in Florida. And wins a Stanley Cup.
Here's Frederick. Shot attempt blocked.
Montour.
Lindholm going behind the net. And Eichel goes out to Vegas.
Wins a cup. That was the injury thing, too, with Eichel. Right. But it was more than that. It wasn't just they didn't want him to get that surgery that he wanted. It was more than that. He was not happy here.
Right. Well, we heard the clip. He didn't want to go through a rebuild. He wanted to try and compete. So he went to a place that he could. As we get a whistle and an offside here against the Bruins. 3 minutes into this period.
Weatherspoon kind of changed his mind at the last second and zipped that puck over, and he hit Lohrei, and Lohrei's got time and space that time, but unfortunately on the right side, Frederick had already gone over the blue line expecting that puck to come to the right. Couldn't hold up. I mean, it's just, it's... like, and if you're a fan, how do you shell out money to come watch a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 13 years?
Well, and that's when, Kevin Adams earlier this year with those comments that
Yeah, that's he didn't do himself any favors there.
Lack of palm trees and
players would love to go to Edmonton.
Yeah,
no palm trees there.
There's Coyle with the right
taxes are high there.
Yeah.
It got taken a little out of context, but the words are the words, and that's what he's going to be remembered for during that presser.
Osterley pinching down into the right wing corner, gets squeezed off it by Dahlin. Byram,
he's a Buffalo guy himself,
right? On the end wall.
Okay, you can't get free agents, then your draft picks have to hit, and we went through the draft picks in the first rounders that are on this team right now.
Yeah, you can't say that they've drafted poorly over the years.
You don't make the playoffs in 13 straight, you're not going to draft poorly.
Right.
You're going to get high picks.
When you've got a couple of first overall picks, puck comes bouncing in on Luke.
That was Edmonton's issue for years.
Right.
They had all those high picks and couldn't do it. Finally, they've kind of broken through.
Rattled around the boards in the Bruins zone. Zadorov in the far corner. Trying to get it into the middle here of the Sabres, but Geeky off the near boards will play it out through the neutral ice. Carried down the right wing side by Zacha. Ridden into the corner. Thompson poked it behind the net. Jokiharju, a little reverse hit there.
Like that, just protecting the puck.
Yeah. Geeky able to bat it free. Here's Peak near the top of the right circle. Trying to throw one in front. It was blocked. Second effort. Knocked away in front by Jokiharju. And back comes Peterka here for the Sabres. Cutting toward the right wing side against Zadorov. Deals it back. Samuelson stepping in from the blue line. Tic-tac-toe passing. Thompson all alone in front scores. Tage Thompson with his second of the game, and the Sabres have their first lead 2-1.
Well, all the talk about Buffalo, and they just made two really nice passing plays to finish up with goals here. That's a beautiful passing play. Samuelson from the left point, down to the right side that time to Ryan McLeod. And McLeod, the one-touch pass back across to Tage Thompson. Bruins are back, but they do not defend this very well. And they leave Thompson wide open in front. Nice look from McLeod and from Samuelson. After Peterka carries the puck into the zone. That's 2 goals in a row. You got 4 guys touching the puck before it's in the back of the net.
So Thompson now 24 on the year, as Wotherspoon sends one deep into the Sabre zone down to our right. It'll be brought out of the zone here and up ice by McLeod. Steps down the left wing side, plays around the boards to the far side. It'll get it back from Quinn. Deals back behind the net. Krebs from the near circle. Back to Samuelson. His shot wide of the outstretched glove of Swayman. Poked out of the zone there by Beecher. Bruins will go for a change up front here as Krebs trying to get it back toward the Boston blue line. He'll backhand it around behind Swayman. It comes out of the net, stops it, deals it along for Lorai, pushed it up the boards to Brazo through neutral ice. Frederick gloves it down onto his stick. Feeds around behind the net. Elias Lindholm got there first. Puck squirted away from him. Frederick keeps it alive back to Wotherspoon. Back of the net, here's Lindholm. Coming out in front, a chance with Terry.
Oh, it was right there for him.
Just
it's
wide of the net.
Strong move by Lindholm coming from behind the net.
Lettieri out of the far corner. Behind the net to Frederick. Rolling puck to the near circle. Got it back to Osterley at the point. His shot knocked down in front. Frederick finds it. Going to the far circle. Luukkonen out of the net as he chased Frederick wide. Frederick trying to wrap it around the near post. Couldn't get it.
Was in between that time. Should he wrap it or try to pass that puck out in front? He didn't get all the way around.
Osterley chasing back into his own zone. Pass up the middle here. Marchand deals off right side with Terry. We get a whistle and the net is dislodged there behind Luukkonen. So we'll step aside. 13:41 to go here in the second period. It's a 2-1 Sabres lead on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For all your heating and cooling needs, you need Endless Energy.
Stop spending money year after year repairing an HVAC system that needs to be replaced. Bring in your repair quote and they'll discount the cost of your repair off your new heat pump, furnace, or boiler up to 5%. Endless ways to save with Endless Energy. Call 775-ENDLESS or schedule direct at goendlessenergy.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Easily Media Group Station.
Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. 13:41 to go here in the second.
Yeah, Letary,
Buffalo with a 2-1 lead.
Just couldn't come up with that. You think of the passes that Pastrnak has made to Geekie coming around the net on the forehand, those backdoor passes that Geekie's been able to deposit. Letary had the game-tying goal on his stick there, just wasn't quite able to come up with that feed from Elias Lindholm.
Here's Peterka carrying into the Boston zone. Left circle, scores! J.J. Peterka with a shot that beats Swayman glove side. It's 3-1 Buffalo.
Yeah, too much time and space, and Peterka could bring it. You know, Swayman would like to have this, but Peterka, time and space coming down the left wing side, not defended well again, off the rush, 3 goals off the rush. They move this puck wide to the left wing, and Peterka's going to get just above the dot on this left side. It's a perfect shot. Swayman, like I said, he'd like to have that. Bruins trying to protect the middle of the ice. They are, but they allow Peterka to let this shot go. And so a few mistakes made, and you hope to get a save there.
12th of the season for Peterka. Second of them that has come against the Bruins this year.
I was just going to say, as he was going down, he was like, all I could think of it, he can bring it.
Yeah.
A great shot.
So with 13:22 left here in the second, Bruins now trail by 2. 3 unanswered goals by the Sabres since Mason Lorai's unassisted goal at 12:44 of the first.
You know, so 3-1, getting outshot. You know, run somebody. Nobody on Buffalo's going to do anything.
Right.
Yeah, run somebody.
Puck gets deep.
That I know of, anyhow. You know, like,
right.
Just, like, why not?
There's Geekie finding Pastrnak up the ice. Pastrnak at the top of the left circle, try to leave it for Zacha, kicked on into the corner.
You did not have a power play last game agaed the Avalanche. You don't have one today.
One yet today.
There's no penalties today. Like, get into this game physically.
Witherspoon will come back to get a puck inside the Boston zone down to our left. In the neutral ice, Geekie hands off to Beecher. Beecher plays it deep and then goes to get it himself. The Sabres will beat him to it. And Malenstein will come back the other direction. Takes a hit from Koepke along the near boards, but got the puck deep into the Bruins zone.
I'll take one from anybody, but
shot from the left circle, save.
I'd love to see Zadorov just step up and run somebody.
Near the top of the face-off circle. Puck brought toward the left side by Kozak, and his shot goes up and over Swayman. Tipped out of the zone by Koepke in a foot race up ice, and they're going to whistle that and icing against the Bruins.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a few guys on this team that, you know, can bring it, can, as you said, I mean, not a whole lot of physicality on Buffalo's side if you're worried about dropping the gloves, but you can try and put somebody through the boards.
Sure. Just to bring your team into the fight.
Right.
You know, let's go.
Off the face-off. Power with a shot redirected on Swayman, who made the save, and then a chance by Tuck on the rebound. Power along the far side. One time wide of the net by Cousins. Comes to Samuelson along the near boards. They set it up for Cousins near the faceoff dot. He pivots back along the wall, brings back toward the blue line. Pass across the ice, got through to Zucker. Back across, it'll come to Cousins, top of the left circle. Makes the pass up top, goes back across the ice for Power. Back to Samuelson, his shot blocked. And Beecher will drag it out through the neutral zone all the way to the Buffalo line.
A guy like McAvoy would see this and say, okay, I'm going to lay somebody out here, and I'm hoping it's hit.
Frederick has his pass redirected up off the glass. Comes back to him, trying to shovel it back towards Zadorov at the point. Instead, it's Thompson headed the other way. Thompson had the puck get away from him as he got into the zone.
A lot of time left. You still haven't found your game.
There's Lindholm to Frederick. Came back toward Lindholm. Puck comes bouncing toward the top of the crease and pushed off to the near wall. Thompson from his own blue line. Sends a pass across the ice. Jumped away from Peterka. Andrew Peak from just inside his own blue line. Angles one off the near boards for Lettieri. Sweeps it around behind Luukkonen. He comes out, plays it back around the near boards. Thompson waits for it at the blue line. Thompson skates away from Patra. Pass hit Marchand. Kicks back toward the Boston zone, and Wotherspoon with 10:25 to go here in the second. Patra skating through the neutral ice all the way across the Buffalo line. Puck slipped away from him as he tried to take the shot. It'll be covered at the side of the net by Luukkonen.
Yeah, it's like atmosphere's dead. You know, the team does not. Your own team, the Bruins, do not have that fire right now. It's quiet. You got to make your own intensity. And it's like I said, there's a lot of time left. You got half the game left, but and certainly not insurmountable. But you got to show some signs.
Right. You need something to get everybody going here. As Pasternak throws one to the net through traffic. Luukkonen's got it covered as Geekie was trying to find that rebound.
Yeah, Geekie right in front, and I think Luukkonen he's trying to find that puck through Geekie's legs and among others out higher. Pasternak throws this puck towards the net. It deflects down. That's a good save by Luukkonen, and then be able to find it and cover it. Yeah, that puck hit McLeod on the way in.
Well, an attack zone face-off here. It will be Zacha to take it. Far circle down to our right.
You know, it doesn't have to be a big hit either. It just has to be some energy.
Right. Or how about a shift where they keep the puck in the offensive zone for a minute?
Exactly.
You know, something
a momentum change.
Yeah. Off the far boards, Lohrei will play it around behind the net. Zacha goes in after it near corner. Pasternak and Zacha both in the corner trying to dig this puck loose. Cousins will come free with it. Over to Power. Works his way out toward the blue line and just feathers it forward. Zacha gets it back from Lohrei near his own blue line. Zacha able to play it forward, catch up to it. Dealt off left side here. Geekie to the back of the net for Pasternak. Reverses it toward the far corner. Now Zacha trying to get it in front, gets hauled down, and a penalty coming up against Samuelson. The Bruins will get a power play chance.
Offensive zone, puck possession, draw a penalty.
So power play number one coming up. Bruins trailing 3-1, 9:26 to go here in the second on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Mom, what happens at the end of Goldilocks?
Well, the Bears were too nice to kick Goldilocks out, but they wanted her to find her own place. So they told her about Redfin.
But I thought...
Redfin updates its listings every 2 minutes and gives personalized recommendations. So Goldilocks found something that was just right for her.
And lived happily ever after?
Yep, in a cute house by the beach, with no bears.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Equal Housing Opportunity, CADRE, number 01521930.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HRV. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si and Type R.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
9:26 left here in the second period. Bruins down 2, but going to the power play for the first time tonight.
First time in 2 games.
Yeah. They've had just 5 opportunities combined in the last 3 games. Have gone without a power play goal.
This could loosen it up a little bit.
Let's hope.
Good shift here offensively. Score or not, give yourself some life.
Elias Lindholm, Pasternak, Marchand, Zaka, and Lohrei, the 5-man unit. Lindholm wins it cleanly back to Zaka. Gives over to Lohrei. Left wing circle, Pasternak. Back to Lohrei. Zaka, top of the right circle. Center blue line to Lohrei. Pasternak in the left circle again. They'll set up for a one-timer for him. Got the save made from Luukkonen, and the rebound gets cleared off the near wall.
Yeah, Marchand in the bumper that time.
Lindholm near the red line. Pass for Pasternak. Tuck denied the entry. And Tuck able to get that puck back on his stick coming through the neutral ice. Lindholm blocked the pass across and will steer it behind the net for Lohrei. Lohrei coming out of his own zone. Dropped it off. Lindholm will carry ahead. Pasternak just inside the Buffalo line. Trip down to a knee. Able to stay with that puck. Tried to get it to Zaka. But taken away and cleared all the way down by Power. Halfway through this power play, 8:26 to go here in the second. Down by 2, and Lohrei tried to drop one off for Zaka, who got beaten to it by Malenstein. And now it'll come to Tuck over by the Buffalo bench.
We're hoping for some momentum, Ryan.
This is not it. As Power drops it back toward his own zone for Byram. Now Power shorthanded. Skates it up to the red line, lost it, and it's offside at the Boston Blue. Just 38 seconds to go on the power play.
Poor execution. Lohrei tried to drop that puck. First time I thought it was going to get intercepted, but they were going for a line change. The second time it gets intercepted, trying to make that drop pass coming out of his own zone. And Pasternak had the one-timer from the left wing side, but that was it.
So we'll see if the second unit can get anything going here.
Only 38 seconds to go, though.
Coyle, Brazo, Patra, Geekie, and Osterley. And a face-off win here by the Sabres. Puck dumped deep by Jokiharju. Osterley gets it from Swayman. Coyle will bring through neutral ice. Carrying in across the line. Dealt it off right side for Patra, who got buried by Byram along the near wall.
He had his back turned to him.
Coyle sends it back around. Osterley with a drive. Save made by Luukkonen, rather. Osterley, top of the right circle. Patra.
Osterley's got some good instincts at that offensive blue line.
Deals over far side, and Geekie one-timer. Brazo at the back of the net. Power play comes to an end as Samuelsson comes out of the box. Right side, here's Patra, sending one in front. Off of Luukkonen to that far circle. Brazo along the end boards trying to keep it going against Jokiharju. And now Samuelsson takes a hit from Coyle. Jokiharju will backhand it around the glass, pinching down the wall. Osterley will play it back around, and there's Peak to get it off the far board. Down deep for Brazo. Touched it in front for Patra, but forced wide of the net. Osterley now with the right point. Walks it along the blue line. Sends over to Peak. A one-timer just missed. And that one out of the near corner will come out of the zone. Patra giving it to Osterley back at his own blue line. Quickly ahead. Beecher down the left wing side. Goes around, try to stuff it near post. Peak with a shot from the right point, and Luukkonen will hold on to that one and draw the whistle.
You don't score, but the second unit actually gave him some life.
Yeah.
In the offensive zone, a couple of chances, a couple of looks, a centering pass. Even after the power play expires, you've got them on the run a little bit inside their own zone. Osterley with a nice pass through the neutral zone. Now they can get on the attack with some speed. Beecher around the net. You're just looking for some kind of sign of life right now.
Beecher's going to take this face-off in the offensive zone with Frederick and Koepke. Sabres will control the puck as it's sent to Tage Thompson in the far corner, but taken away by Koepke. Got it back to the blue line. Zadorov threw one toward Luukkonen. Off the far wall, Frederick battling for it. Sweeps it back deep. Beecher chasing rolling puck in the near corner. Sends it back off to Frederick in the right circle. Pivots toward the boards. Near side. Tried to get it to Beecher. Knocked away. Peek at the blue line. Kept it in. Zadorov with a shot. Save made. Rebound chance. And Luukkonen made a nice stop with the left pad on Koepke. And then gets it covered.
Okay, there you go. Couple shifts in the offensive zone. Starting to push now. Good save by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen there on the rebound. Koepke had a chance at it. But that's good puck movement. Good puck retrieval. Get it to the net, and Koepke with the backhand on the rebound chance from in tight, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen gets that left pad down to make that save. That's a good save. Needed to be. But you've had two shifts now, the end of the power play, and now this one that's starting to gain some traction.
And now they bring out the line that's been by far their hottest of late. Geekie, Pasternak, and Zacha.
Haven't been great today yet.
They weren't great through two periods the other day and ended up with 3 goals between them. Off of the near board, Zacha got it to Geekie. He'll push it down the right wing wall. Gets taken off of it in the corner with a check by Samuelsson. Volleyed up the near boards and out before Wotherspoon could settle it. Parker gives to Pasternak. Back across near side to Geekie with a little space. Down the right wing circle. Runs out of room. Zacha in the near corner. Gets knocked down by Samuelsson. Puck to the back of the net. Pasternak now into the left wing corner. Pasta goes down. Geekie trying to do battle with power. Pasternak now back to his feet. Backhands it around the wall. Near side Wotherspoon. Plays it back in deep here. Geekie kept it moving. Pasternak did likewise. Over to Patra now just on from the left wing circle. He pivots down low. Trying to center for Pasternak. Bounced off the heel of his stick, out in front, scramble for it, and the Sabres will come away with it as Krebs dropped it back to Samuelsson. Under 5 minutes to play here in the second period, and a giveaway in front of the net. Marchand got it over, and Boyle didn't get much on it as Samuelsson came sliding in front of him.
Samuelsson had turned it over.
Krebs headed back the other way, and from the red line will dump it in and head off on a change. Wotherspoon from behind the Bruins net. Gives to Lohrei. Carries it through the neutral zone. Dumps in from the blue line. Heads off as the Bruins change. Dahlin worked it around the far side. Outlet pass comes to Cousins. Works his way into the Boston zone. Drop pass for Dahlin. Over to the right circle. A one-time shot by Zucker is taken by Swayman as he slid to his left. We've got 4:13 to go here in the second period. It's the Sabres 3 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Okay, I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Go to IQBAR.com and enter code AUDIO to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping.
Mom, can you tell me a story?
Once upon a time, there was born a real estate brokerage that was also a magical app. They called it Redfin, and they're on a mission to get people the fairest deal of them all. With listing fees as low as 1%, Redfin agents charge half of what others often charge, so you have more money to put toward your dream home.
Could it be a gingerbread house?
If the witch wants to sell.
Download the Redfin app to get started. Fee subject to terms and minimums. Equal housing opportunity. CADRE number 015219330.
Did you know over 1 million Americans are diagnosed with diabetes every year? If you or a loved one is living with diabetes, GoodRx is here to help you save with popular diabetes medications for less than $20. Just download the app or go to GoodRx.com, find the best price, then show your pharmacist the coupon. It works whether you have insurance or not. If you're treating diabetes or taking any other medications, check GoodRx to save at your local pharmacy. GoodRx is not insurance but can be used instead of insurance, including federal and state-funded programs.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
And signify your spot in the Bruins fandom with the new Next Century Fan Foyer puck package, which includes an engraved puck that will be displayed on the puck wall in Heritage Hall inside TD Garden and an engraved commemorative puck to keep as a memento. Visit bostonbruins.com/fanfoyer and purchase yours today. Bruins trailing by 2, 4:13 to go here in the second period. As the puck sent behind the Boston net.
Yeah, I don't think the reverse is there off the face-off wins. Not that time, anyhow. That was well scouted by the Sabres.
Here comes an outlet pass, and it's Cole Koepke up the right side. Koepke forced wide of the net by Dahlin. Active stick there, and puck brought behind the net here for Byron. Pass through the neutral zone. Kulik drops one off for Thompson, who's already got 2. But
that would have been offside.
Back the other direction comes the Bruins here with Beecher sending one toward the slot. It's behind Brazo. Kulik will work his way back through the neutral zone. Steps in across the line. Down the right circle. Long backhander from a wide angle. Swayman hangs on to that.
Fans of VideoBank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assists for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at videobank.com/Team Bergeron.
Bruins headed back home after this one. Take on the Winnipeg Jets on Thursday night at TD Garden.
It's not an easy.
Not at all. Face off, pulled back behind the net.
Number 1 in the Western Conference, are they not? Check right now, but I believe they are.
Here's Frederick working his way up the right side. His backhander is gloved by Luukkonen. He was going wide.
Yeah, Winnipeg was 71 points. Next closest team to them out west is Edmonton with 67. Washington comes in with 71 points, but they played 2 less games than Winnipeg. Winnipeg. Yeah, Washington's played 2 less games, so Washington technically number 1 in the NHL. Winnipeg number 2. By percentage.
Right. Just amazing how good Washington has been this year.
You know what? Last time I was in...
Wotherspoon's shot gets knocked down in front. Chance in front. Pasternak just out of his reach.
Last time I was in Winnipeg, there were no palm trees there either.
I tried to block out that last time we were in Winnipeg. As Pasternak tried to send one in front, it was knocked away.
Referring to Kevin Adams' comments,
right.
Of course, that there's no palm trees in Buffalo. That's why they can't get players.
Here's a long
Top
pass.
2 teams in the Western Conference are Winnipeg and Edmonton.
I remember spending time on the beach in both of those places.
And Winnipeg has had their fair share of players that didn't want to be there.
Here's a shot wide by McLeod. Ricocheted off the back of the net. Taken down the wall by Peterka. Pivots out of the corner against Osterley. They'll work it back to Jokiharju. Tried a one-timer, didn't get much on it, and Marchand took it away. Patra will work the Bruins back ahead. Stops along the near side hash marks. Brings it to the top of the face-off circle. The Marchand shot almost squeezed through on the short side. But Luukkonen able to cradle it between his arm and his body.
He's been the difference here over the last few minutes. There hasn't been much down Jeremy Swayman's way. The Bruins have had some good opportunities. The opportunity by Koepke especially, and then this one by Marchand. Backhand pass from Patra. Short pass in the right wing circle, and Marchand, of course, a left-hand shot, gets this shot through, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen had to squeeze to make sure that one doesn't slip by him.
Love to see one go in for Marchand. He's had 2 goals, one of them an empty netter over the last 15 games.
Yeah, the other one was a nice shot there against the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Pushed up the boards here with Terry. Sends one in front. Frederick a chance from in tight. And Luukkonen made the save. He thought he had it covered. The puck went to the end wall. Now a shot from the point is gloved. And he hangs on to that one.
Well, the good news for the Bruins is they found their game a little bit here. You know, they've got a little bit more of a sense of urgency now since they're down 3-1. It took them that to kind of get going. But they've had the best of the opportunities here over the last few minutes. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen's been up to the task. That was Trent Frederick was in alone there. He got behind Byram as that puck got tossed to him. And Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen thought he had it underneath him. Didn't even know where the puck was. And Frederick picked it up on the other side of the net. Frederick a little frustrated with himself now.
Off the face-off, it's Byram to bring back behind the Sabres net toward the near circle. Long pass up ice. He's got Zucker sneaking behind the defense, and he goes to the backhand. And Swayman stayed right with him. Off the near boards and out. Byram cuts in front of Pasternak.
It's a nice pass from Byram.
Zadorov reversed it back behind the Bruins net. Peak up the near boards. Tapped off the wall by Geekie, but kept in the zone by Tuck. Peak now in a battle with Cousins in the far corner. Outlet pass comes all the way across the ice. Geekie chasing. Byram plays it back toward his net. Luukkonen will steer it around.
Close to playing it outside the trapezoid.
Zadorov has a deflected pass up into the air. Glove down by Zucker along the near boards. Zaka got it to Pasternak. Got it to Marchand, trying to cut around a defender in the defensive zone. And now we have a whistle and a penalty coming up.
Marchand's going to get a slashing penalty. He broke the stick of Byram.
Yeah. So with 1:02 to go in the second, Bruins commit their first penalty of the game. And it'll be the captain who goes to the box. So that'll give Buffalo a power play chance. They rank 27th in the league on the man advantage at 16.7%. 0 for 11 over their last 3 games. Now the Bruins with one they will have to kill off here, already down 2 late in the second. Face off down to our left, near circle. Elias Lindholm will take it against Zucker, and Lindholm wins it. Zadorov goes behind the Bruins net, and an easy clear all the way down ice. Luukkonen, the goaltender, hands off at the back of the net. Dahlin skating out toward his own blue line, drops it back. It's Peterka picking up speed as he comes through the neutral zone. Pass off to the right side, dragging it toward the slot. Puck got loose in front. It'll be Dahlin out of the blue line now. Gives it off to Quinn on the left circle. Tage Thompson near the top of the face-off circle. Down to Quinn at the bottom of the circle. Pivots in front. Save made by Swayman. Bruins get the rebound.
Just held his ground. Just held his ground. A little spin move there down low. Decent opportunity, but Swayman just holding that short side post.
Dahlin from the red line. Quick pass to Peterka in across the line. Drops it back to Thompson. Left circle. Dahlin sends it across far side. Mishandled by Quinn. Zaka trying to chop it away from him, and the Bruins will get the clear.
I mean, if Zadorov holds on, well, no time left anyhow. Yeah. Might have had a 2-on-1, but there wouldn't have been enough time.
Yeah, there's only 4 seconds left as they cleared that puck. So the period comes to an end with the Sabres on top 3-1 after 2, and they will have 58 seconds of power play time that will carry over into the third period. And we'll be back for our second intermission from Buffalo here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Since 1873, Coors Banquet has been brewed only in Golden, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains touch the sky and icy spring waters carve its legend. Each sip echoes of generations past. Coors Banquet, enjoyed by rock stars, smugglers, cowboys, and presidents. That's our legacy. What's yours? Coors Banquet. Start your legacy.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
All right, folks, this ain't the little itty bitty teeny tiny bowl. No, this is the Super Bowl. That's Super Bowl LIX. And you can get in on the action at the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Now, scoring touchdowns is the key to hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. And you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something as simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use promo code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. And Hope is here if you feel you have a gambling problem. Call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Play it smart from the start with GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your Nature-Made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Here's Lori moving down the left circle, takes a shot, scores! Mason Lori able to walk right down the left circle, beats Luukkonen on the glove side. It's 1-0 Bruins. That is our amazing play presented by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design, build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions. Second intermission here in Buffalo. It's the Sabres with a 3-1 lead over the Bruins. That goal by Mason Lori in the first period, the first goal of the game, and since then the Sabres have gone 3 in a row. Started to see some positive momentum building toward the tail end of that second period for the Bruins, but still down by 2 going into the third as they continue to struggle on the road.
Yeah, their defense off the rush on the goals that were scored has not been good. The 2 goals by Thompson, both times, one he was left wide open coming right down the slot, the other one wide open in front of the net for a quick one-timer. It was a 2-on-1 in front of the net based on the way that the play kind of unfolded. So poorly read, I think, from the Bruins standpoint in terms of the rush defense. And then the third goal, Peterka, who can really shoot the puck, beats Swayman clean. He gets good position coming down the left wing, a little too much time and space there on that play, and he can shoot it. It's one you hope Swayman comes up with, but it's a perfect shot by Peterka to beat him. So all 3 goals have been off the rush. They haven't had a lot of chances, off of their in-zone, working the puck down low to high, that type of thing. But, I guess off the rush, that was how Thompson got his second goal, but it was a little bit low to high, get that puck through, good look through the seam. But it's a 2-on-1 down low, and, Peake's got no chance. Swayman's got no chance, on that play. So really, a couple of breakdowns defensively for the Bruins that have led to having the puck in the back of the net. Now, they had some chances. They had a little pushback late in the second period. The power play wasn't great, the top unit. Second unit came out, had a couple looks, and then they continued. The next 2 or 3 shifts were real good in the offensive zone. Kepke had probably the best opportunity out of anybody on that, and then Frederick had a really good chance as well. So a couple chances where Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen was good when he needed to be for the Sabres when they sprung some leaks defensively, and the Bruins were starting to try to find their game and have a little bit of a push. So they've had some good comebacks here over this season. They've had some good comebacks this season, and now they got to do it on the road. And they've not had their best, and you hope that they get better and better as the game goes on, because they haven't had a ton of what we were saying during the period, right, Ryan? It was let's see something here. Give me something where I'm going to get some momentum from this game, whether it's a couple shifts in a row in the offensive zone, whether it's a big hit, whether it's something. You go through hits in a game, right? I remember a couple years ago, Bruins playing against the Nashville Predators. There was over 100 hits in the game, right? So far in this one, there's 25 total for the two teams.
That feels high.
Yes.
It really does.
So I don't need, okay, I try to clarify. If it takes a hit to get you into it, then do it. If it takes a couple of really good shifts in a row to get you into it, then find a way to get that done. But you've got to, it doesn't have to be Marchand drawing your team into a fight every night. You gotta gain some momentum somehow, some way in a low event game. And that's what we're dealing with right now.
Well, and the other part of that, too, is there was discussion in the locker room this morning about, the struggles on the road, not digging yourself a hole. They've dug themselves a two-goal hole here going into the third period, but, they didn't exactly come bursting out of the gate in this game for a team that's only won 1 of their last 9 on the road.
No, there's a fine line between playing smart and playing with some extra intensity. You don't want to take penalties. I get that, but okay, let's play a good road game. You've heard that expression, right? The road game. It takes playing with the lead to play a good road game. When you're behind now, even though there's a lot of time left, there's still 20 minutes. You get one early, all of a sudden it's a whole completely different game. And Buffalo's not exactly the strongest mentally team right now in the way that they've been playing and the way that they've had results. They know when they start to make mistakes, the puck ends up in the back of their net and they're losing games. Lindy Ruff talked about that in our pregame show. We had cuts from him talking about that. So now you got to dent Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen with some good shifts, a couple of good shifts in a row to start this third period, and have some reason for some doubt as you move forward here.
Yeah, the goal scoring. Mason Lohrei at 12:44 of the first, his third of the year unassisted. Tage Thompson struck back less than a minute later, his 23rd from Dylan Cousins and J.J. Peterka. And then in the second period, Thompson with another one from McLeod and Matthias Samuelsson at 4:43. And then Peterka's 12th of the season from Owen Power and Tage Thompson at 6:32. And it's Buffalo with a 3-1 lead after 2. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Dance Kid Dance Tour live in Boston at TD Garden on Saturday, July 19th with special guest Bush. Get tickets now at livenation.com. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Sign up for alerts on Apartments.com, and you're going to get instantly notified when the perfect places hit the market. Here, let me demonstrate. Ding dong, alert, alert.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
Dropping by to say that we found 17 new listings for you.
What are you doing in my bathroom?
I'm just demonstrating our listing alert notifications.
Why didn't you just send the actual notification?
So many questions, you sly boots. Listen, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got more notifying to do. Ta-ta.
Helen, there's a man.
Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Hey, it's Ryan Williams with 128, the company that finishes every job strong. And as we are experiencing these frigid temperatures, here are 3 tips to keep your home safe and comfortable. 1, be sure to check your fuel levels. Make sure you're working with your energy provider to make sure that you don't find yourself in an emergency. 2, don't set back your thermostats. Keep your heating system running at a comfortable temperature. Frozen pipes are a lot more costly than saving a few dollars in energy. And 3, batteries and a clean filter are always handy in case your system is giving you any trouble. And if you have any questions, visit us online at call128.com.
A no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. And if you're not happy with your Awaken 180 results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The Clear Path for Veterans New England team is proud to announce that in partnership with 22 Mohawks, we will be participating in this year's Boston Bruins Be Fit Challenge on February 2nd at TD Garden. This event is raising money for veterans and first responders, as well as raising awareness for health and wellness in the community. Please consider supporting us as we hit the Garden stairs to reach our goal of $5,000 to continue to provide services for veterans in need throughout New England. Go to Clear Path for Veterans New England to donate.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Winnipeg leads Montreal 3-1. It's Chicago 2, Tampa Bay 1. The Carolina Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead over the Rangers. And right now, midway through the second period, it's the Islanders 1, Avalanche 0. Later on tonight, Flames, they host the Capitals. Vegas Golden Knights host the Stars. And the Anaheim Mighty Ducks travel to Seattle to take on the Kraken. The Patriots, they've made some changes to their coaching staff, but it sounds like they'll be moving on from safeties coach Brian Belichick. They'll also be moving on from Mike Pellegrino. Their quarterback, though, Drake May, has officially been named to the Pro Bowl. He will be an alternate. Some other NFL news today. The Cowboys have hired Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. And the Celtics are in action tomorrow night when they take on Chicago. They lost last night to Houston. They could be without 3 players. Sam Hauser, Al Horford, and Jason Tatum, all listed as questionable for this one. A new Bruins Authentics auction has dropped, and it's time to place your bids. Take home a used 2024 playoff away jersey. Bid on the sweaters to the team that they wore during the iconic moments like Brad Marchand tying and passing Cam Neely for most career playoff goals in Bruins history, Brandon Carlo's dad's strength goal, and more from the 23-24 roster. Visit BostonBruinsAuthentics.com to learn more and place your bid before the auction ends on Tuesday, February 4th at 10 p.m. I'm Joe Murray. Third period is next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
Decorators Composite Decking, Railing, Balusters, and Accessories can help you create a deck that reflects your personal style and provides an inviting space for you and your loved ones to gather. Make your vision a reality. To learn more, visit decorators.com. That's decorators with a K.
Whether you're putting together a hockey team or Ford's award-winning lineup of SUVs, a great team starts with the right players. Like the iconic Ford Bronco Sport. It not only looks great, but its 4x4 capability means it can handle just about any kind of weather. And the rugged Ford Explorer, with seating for 7 and room for all your gear. Check out the full lineup of award-winning Ford SUVs at your New England Ford dealers today. Proud partner of the Boston Bruins.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Philadelphia with a man advantage. The Bruins now break out of their zone. Don Marcotte, Dallas Smith, and Fabio moving to center ice. Dallas Smith over the line of Marcotte on the left side. He shoots. He scores! Marcotte and the Bruins have set a new National Hockey League record for short-handed goals as they now have 15, breaking the old mark set by Chicago.
Tonight's black and gold flashback taking us back to this date in 1971. Don Marcotte scored that shorthanded goal in the third period in a 6-2 Boston victory over the Philadelphia Flyers. It was the Bruins' 15th shorthanded goal of the season, a then NHL record. Bruins going to be shorthanded to start the third period for the first 58 seconds as Brad Marchand will have to serve the remainder of his penalty for slashing Bowen Byram. And the Bruins trailing 3-1 here on the road. Shots through two periods are 19 aside. Buffalo with a 10-5 shots advantage in the first, 14-9 Bruins in the second. This is Buffalo's first power play chance of the game. The Bruins are 0 for 1 with the man advantage so far today.
I just watching Nesson's coverage. They have a sponsored hit of the game. And Nesson's right next to us. So I kind of leaned over and they looked over at me. They had to dig for that one. The only hit of the game.
As you said, there have been, 25 credited hits through two periods of this one? Those stat guys can sometimes be a little generous, but
older, right? But
what counts as a hit?
No, I'm just saying, I don't know. I know the game has changed. I understand that. I get it. But if your team's flat, how do you get them going?
Right. A good hit gets everybody going on the bench, right? Bruins will go from right to left here in the third period. And again, they'll have to kill off just about a minute of power play time to get things started. Zadorov able to send one all the way down behind Luukkonen.
The goal's the ultimate one, but if you're not scoring, then try something else.
Tage Thompson gets it from Dahlin. Coming out of his own zone, Thompson hands off for Peterka. Onto the right side for Quinn. Worked it down the right wing corner. Peterka wrapped it around the far boards. Thompson, centering pass. Knocked off of Zadorov. Came out toward the blue line. Zadorov going to push it up ice. And Elias Lindholm just inside the attacking blue line will float one down into the corner and head off on a change. 20 seconds left of the Marchand penalty. Dahlin drops one back away from Beecher. Peterka bringing through the center circle. Hands off there to Thompson. Along the left wing side, Zucker. He will leave it at the blue line. On to Quinn. Peterka, right wing circle. Final 5 on the power play as Zucker was right alongside the crease but missed the net. And the Bruins get it out here with Zacha feeding for Beecher. Marchand steps out of the penalty box to join the play. Puck inside the attack zone as Beecher able to sweep it around the back of the net, but he'll let off on a change here. So the Bruins kill off their first penalty of the game. And with minute 20 gone by here in the third, now set about trying to come back from 2 goals down. Zacha will dump in. It angles off the boards and toward the side of the net. Luukkonen will cover it at the crease.
Yeah, first things first, they got the penalty kill. Buffalo really didn't have much push there to start this third period on the power play. So you got to place some doubt in them, right? I mean, you got to. Now it's get back to 5-on-5. You got the rest of the kill from Marchand. He's out of the box. Go to work in this offensive zone. You started to gain some momentum. You had some traction there late in the second period.
Face-off will be Lindholm against Dylan Cousins. Near circle down to our left. Lindholm with a long chat with the linesman.
Still going.
They drop it. Lindholm wins it. Back to Lohrei. Hands off to a cutting Pasternak. His shot redirected wide.
Yeah, Power followed him all the way out that time. Pasternak off the faceoff.
But comes around the near boards. Lohrei out at the blue line with a shot. Redirected in the slot by Lindholm. It went into the far corner. And it'll be lifted out through the neutral zone. Here's Tuck just inside the Boston zone. Took the shot from the right circle.
Looking for a rebound. He got it.
Sabres looking to take advantage, and from a short side or a short angle, Cousins throws one at Swayman, who covers it up. Parker Wotherspoon chatting with Zach Benson.
Has there been like a
no face wash, not a face wash, nothing.
A push after a whistle,
nothing.
They'll get a little hate.
This is a division rival.
A lot more fun when it's a little hate.
Yeah, this is a division rival. You know, you're supposed to have that, right?
Just give me a little hate.
Face off to the right of Jeremy Swayman.
Marchand's not even getting booed today.
Right. Where are we? That's because most of the people here are wearing Bruins jerseys.
They are, actually. You're right.
Puck sent out of the Sabres zone here by Jokiharju. Callahan shoved down Krebs. Taken out of the near corner by Osterley. Through the neutral zone. Coyle swings it off to the right side. Frederick gets angled away from the puck. And it'll come around the near boards. Chop past Callahan. Osterley will skate back to get it. Long pass ahead. Deflected by Quinn, but got to Frederick. He's got Coyle on the left wing circle. Coyle deals off for Osterley, cutting down the circle. Took the shot. Rebound kicked out in front, and Lettieri got pushed past it. And it's lifted over the head of Zadorov and out. Zadorov coming back into the Bruins zone to take the puck. From his own blue line. Pass ahead to Beecher. Beecher's centering pass. Hit a skate. Kicks all the way back toward the Bruins end. And Peak will hustle back to get it with Kulik bearing down on him. Lifted around the near boards. Squeeze past Dahlin. Beecher pushed it up ice. Byram right there. Tage Thompson from the red line will pivot back toward his own zone. Pass to Dahlin on the right side. Gave back to a cutting Thompson. Right circle. Shot. Scores. Tage Thompson's got the hat trick. And the Sabres have a 4-1 lead early here in the third.
The give and go by the Sabres here worked perfectly through the neutral zone. Thompson moves his puck up to the right side. He's going to get it back right in the middle of the ice with some open space to get in over the blue line. And we've complimented guys like Peak and Zadorov for being really sound the last couple of games. Unfortunately, they've been victimized here 3 times in this one. A little too far back for the Bruins on this one, and Thompson, he's going to let this shot go. Use Zadorov as a screen. Bruins just too far back. Gap, no good. And Thompson's going to fire this puck right between the legs of Zadorov from that right wing circle up and over top of the glove hand side of Swayman.
That's a 4-point night for Tage Thompson. He assisted on the 1 goal that he hasn't scored tonight.
I mean, you just give him that much time and space. It's too easy.
So 25 goals on the year
in the last 7 games. 3 today, obviously.
Yeah. It's now 19 points in his last 16 games. His 7th career hat trick. Had 47 goals and 94 points a couple of seasons ago. Up to 44 points now as the puck ricochets out of the Bruins zone here. Down 4-1 as we tick toward 3.5 minutes gone in this third period.
He's a guy that's mostly lived up to that contract that he signed. You know, a couple of the other guys maybe have not done it up to this point.
He's a difference maker kind of player.
Well,
especially with his size too.
Long reach, but gifted with the puck.
Tuck gets it back into the Bruins zone. Cousins trying to swing it back across the ice, but deflected into Marchand, and he'll take it from there. Deals to Pasternak, cutting up ice, pulls up just inside the Buffalo line, steers it back across the ice into the neutral zone. Now Geeky stick handling into the Buffalo end. Backhand from the near circle, got blocked before it got to the net. Cousins with a rink-wide pass finds Krebs up the left side. Osterley chases him into the far corner. Poke checks that puck free. Pasternak got it back out of the blue line. McLeod on the near boards will dump it right back in. It rattles all the way around the far side. Osterley tipped it to the blue line, but not out. Second effort along the far boards, and they do get it cleared. Geeky coming down the middle, trying to get it off to Pasternak at the far side, but Sabres regain. Krebs in his own zone. Saucers one along for Jokiharju. Through the neutral ice comes McLeod and in across the Boston line. Low shot, sticked away by Swayman. Thrown back around the boards to Dahlin at the right point. He goes across ice. They get it out in front, and Jack Quinn was in a good shooting spot. Yeah. The puck slipped away from him, just trickled in on goal.
Bruins details defensively have been way off here today. I mean, just all 4 goals are off the rush. Too much time and space. Gap's not good. That goes back to the neutral zone.
Yeah.
You know, you see the goals being scored, but how did they get those chances? And it starts with just easy entries into the zone. It's been some good tic-tac-toe by the Sabres and some of the passing plays they've had, but
Bruins short 3 defensemen tonight.
Yeah, it's showing today.
But I mean,
it's caught up to them.
They've done a good job trying to cover, but McAvoy and Lindholm still out, and now Carlo out sick today, wasn't able to go. So puck sent past Zadorov back into the Boston zone. Peak trying to angle Benson away from it. Lindholm plays up the middle. Frederick off to the right side for Lettieri. He'll dump it in and go for a change. Good news is that McAvoy and Hampus Lindholm getting closer to returning. As the puck wrapped around behind the net, both skated in full practice yesterday with contact. Puck comes careening back down into the Sabres zone. Along the end wall.
Well, you wonder, you know, you don't play again until Thursday and then Saturday afternoon before a couple days off. And then back-to-back next week. So it's you know, it's a matter of how close are they, when. I would assume McAvoy's closer than Lindholm. He's been out for a lesser amount of time. It's a light schedule.
There's a shot kicked away by Luukkonen.
Other than the back-to-back, Tuesday at home, Wednesday in New York, it's a light schedule, and it's all at home for the next month.
Right.
Starting Thursday and then right through February. No travel to speak of other than that New York trip. All home games other than the New York trip. 2 weeks off in the middle of February. Better bank some points because March is going to be a bear. That's going to be a tough month.
Most of the month of March on the road. As a low shot sticked away, and the net dislodges behind Swayman. Osterley will play the puck out of the zone, and now they'll blow it down as the Sabres get possession of the puck. So we'll take a break here with 12:47 to go in the third. It's Buffalo 4 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Sitting in traffic, squeezing into a parking spot, all to squeeze in getting tax help during your lunch break. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert who does your taxes for you, while you go about your day getting real-time notifications about their progress and the most money back guaranteed. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service, real-time updates only in iOS mobile apps. See guarantee details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
12:47 left here in Buffalo. Sabres have a 4-1 lead over the Bruins. I want to mention, as we were talking a few moments ago about the potentially impending return of Charlie McAvoy, congratulations to Charlie and his wife Kylie. The birth of Reese Michael McAvoy Sunday morning, newest member of the Bruins family.
That's got to be exciting. Right?
Yeah,
first
child. Their first. Back to training camp. Charlie was talking about what they were going through and the excitement in his eyes as he just talked about it. And now to see it come to reality. Had a chance to talk about it in the locker room the other day after practice as puck whistle down here.
Bruins are going to go shorthanded here for high stick.
Referee
zone penalty.
Checking on Bowen Byram. Going to be a 2-minute minor, looks like.
Fans, Bruins Hockey is brought to you by Timberline Construction, providing truly exceptional service in construction management, pre-construction, design build, and due diligence support. Learn more at timberlineconstruction.com. Timberline Construction, exceptional, no exceptions.
Pavel Zacha to the box, and power play number 2 on the night here for the Sabres. With 12:26 left. Face-off will be to the right of Jeremy Swayman. He has faced 25 shots tonight, stopped 21. Tage Thompson going to take this face-off. He's got 3 goals and an assist, and part of all 4 Sabres tallies. Zadorov gets the quick clear here. Stopped at the side of the net by Luukkonen. Dahlin will wrap it up the near boards for Peterka. Back to Dahlin, coming up toward his own blue line. Drops it back. Peterka picks it up and carries it toward the right side. Hands off over there to Quinn. Work it along the blue line here with Dahlin, finding Peterka again on the right circle. Down low, gets it right back. Peterka again down low to Zucker, sends one across, and Thompson looking for number 4. Dahlin to Peterka, one-timer, and Swayman hangs on to that one.
Peak really shaken up. He went down awkwardly. He's going to the bench right now in some discomfort. Looking forward to lose another defenseman. Plays hard. Peak does, but he's playing above his pay grade right now.
Right.
And he's done a nice job for the most part.
Well, he's a season high, almost 23 minutes in the win over Colorado on Saturday. So here's Power. Try to set up for Cousins at the high slot. That's broken up by Marchand. Minute 5 to go on the Zacha penalty. Puck got left in the Sabres zone. Tuck wasn't aware it was coming his direction, but now they come forward. Here's Cousins. Again at the high slot, knocked down by Coyle. He trips up Marchand. Marchand back on his skates, moving ahead with the puck. Left wing circle, shot one just wide. It'll go around to Pasternak on the far boards and touched up by the Sabres. And so that will even things up here for another 44 seconds.
Is that Cousins going to the box, I believe? Yes, Cousins for the trip on Marchand.
It was either that or he was going to give up an odd man rush the other way.
Had potential to be a 2-on-1 anyhow, and because Marchand got back up, Coyle moved that puck up, and it was Benson kind of holding up Coyle, preventing the 2-on-1. Could have made an argument for a second penalty there, but no such luck.
Zach Benson, one of those first rounders you were talking about earlier. He is 19 years old, one of just 4 players in the league right now under the age of 20.
Smaller guys playing the wing, right? 5'10", 170 pounds. He got victimized on the Lori goal, right? Just kind of learning how to play in the league a little bit. And
Pasternak gets it back to the blue line for Peak. Now Zadorov. Zadorov pivots down the circle, sends one in front off of Luukkonen as Geekie was sniffing for a rebound. Byram to Dahlin. 4-on-4 for another 25 seconds. Under 11 minutes to play. Bruins trailing by 3. Through the neutral zone comes Peterka. They get it to Thompson, and a rising shot just missed the net. And that one kicks back out of the zone. Thompson will come back to get it. Final 8 seconds before the Bruins go on to the power play. Dahlin gets bumped off stride by Peak. Zadorov's got the puck near circle. Hands to Marchand, cutting out of the zone. Zacha comes out and will join the rush here on the power play. Zacha on the near side circle. Hands back to Lohrei. One touch to Pasternak. Sends one through the slot. Lindholm just coming on. And the puck knocked away from him and cleared all the way down ice by McLeod.
That last chance by Thompson. He has a 4-goal game in his repertoire. Is March of 2024 against New Jersey.
Takeaway inside the Bruins zone, and a chance right in front by Tuck, and a nice stop by Swayman. Drops it back into play. 44 to go on the power play. Pasternak gets it to the back of the net. Centering pass. Marchand scores. One time to just under the crossbar. The captain gets on the board. It's 4-2, 9:47 to go.
No, a huge save made at one end there off the stick of Tuck. And then the Bruins come back with the power play goal. Nice pass from Lindholm behind the net. Buffalo has bodies back, but no one picks up Marchand. And great opportunity. Swayman makes that save, then he keeps the puck moving. And Lindholm from behind the net. He said Buffalo's got 4 bodies, 4 blue shirts in the screen that time, but Marchand able to get himself open, and Lindholm able to find him. Rips that puck up and over top of the glove hand side of Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
18th of the year for Marchand. 419th goal of his career. He is creeping up toward Patrice Bergeron, who's in 3rd place all-time in Bruins history at 427. So now a 2-goal game. Still half a period to play. On the far boards, Frederick able to help keep that puck deep. Coyle kicked it off the end wall. Diving effort by Power to push it up and out of the zone. Bruins get it back in toward the blue line, but Lettieri spun off of it. And back the other way comes Peterka, slipping right in and scores. J.J. Peterka with his 2nd of the game as he split the defense, and it's 5-2 Buffalo.
Second time today that when the Bruins have scored, Buffalo's come right back and scored. And that's just Peterka, individual effort. He splits Lohrei and Wotherspoon. Just wanted it more. He wants it more. You know, you can't be soft in those situations right there. And Peterka just bulls his way between the two of them. And he's going to go up on he's a left shot. He's going to go up blocker side to finish it off on Swayman. But that's 1 against 2. Here's the words you're going to hear after the game, Ryan. We're going to go to commercial right now, but you're going to hear, not good enough. Just not good enough.
And it has not been. 9:09 here, left here in the 3rd. 5-2 Buffalo on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your local Honda dealer.
Hello, my name is Jorge Gaviria, and I'm the founder of Hacienda. We partner with farmers in Mexico to bring heirloom corn products to every kitchen. With my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And it has no preset spending limit, which means my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. My Spark card helps me fill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Brad Marchand's goal assisted by Elias Lindholm, and David Pasternak is our delivery of the game, delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to gcenighttrain.com to order. Unfortunately, J.J. Peterka answered 30 seconds later. That's 2 goals tonight for the Bruins. Sabres have scored in less than a minute each time. As Pasternak throws one toward the front here, blocked away. Cousins sends across ice. Dahlin tracks it off the near boards. Sends back over to the far side. Dylan Cousins moving toward the left circle. Lost the puck. Pasternak's got it. 5-2 Sabres, 8:40 to go. Zacha skates in across the line. Finds Foster coming down the right wing circle, but he gets spun off of the puck. Cousins will go across the ice. Zacha blocks a pass intended for Krebs. Both teams getting some changes done here as Wotherspoon plays it up the middle. Coyle will lift it down into the left wing corner. Power sends it up the wall. Cut off by Coyle at the hash marks. He'll bring it back toward the blue line. Shot back deep by Callahan. Back in the net, Marchand. Off the far boards for Osterley. Kicked away from him, and it's a 3-on-1 here for the Sabres as Krebs comes down the left wing circle. A centering pass. And Callahan was able to hold his ground along the near post and take down Jack Quinn. From the neutral zone, stepping back across the line, McLeod goes into the right wing corner. Shoved there by Brazo, but moves it behind the net. McLeod to the far corner. Went back to Jokiharju at the point. His pass taken away, cleared. Marchand can't get around Jokiharju as they do battle into the left corner.
Jokiharju had to retreat that time because Marchand was trying to get behind everybody.
On the end boards, Peak pinching in deep. It came out in front. Benson going to pivot in behind here for the Sabres. Shot off the near boards and out by Samuelson. The red line, Frederick drops it back. 7:10 to go here in the third period. As the puck comes back into Boston territory, Zadorov out of the near corner. Finds Frederick. Just outside the Boston blue line. Lindholm back to Frederick. Swings it wide to the far side. And Pasternak able to fight through some traffic, trying to get to the side of the net. Instead, forced it out in front here off of Lindholm and covered by Luukkonen.
It's hockey season is the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
6:50 to go. 5-2 Sabres lead it. Bruins take on Winnipeg on Thursday night. That's a 7 o'clock face-off. Our pregame coverage across the network at 6:30.
Who would you go with the net?
I mean, this is not on Swayman tonight.
It's not. There's a couple shots you'd like him to have.
Yep.
The shot by Peterka in the second. I think the Thompson goal may have glanced off of Zadorov, but I hated the way that they defended that one.
Right.
And that's Thompson shooting it. And Peterka. Peterka, he can bring it. But last time you played Winnipeg, they put up 8 on you.
It's true. The thing really got ugly in the third period. Comes bouncing toward the near side wall, just outside the Boston line. Cousins found Tuck.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily
taken away.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm saying, you know, Swayman's been excellent here recently for them. He's stolen a couple of games for them, and this is not on him. No, you hope he can come up with maybe one extra save, but he came up with a great save with the left pad just before the Bruins scored the goal by Marchand to make it 4-2. And then you got one guy that breaks through 2 defensemen. 1 against 2. It's too easy.
Jonas Korpisalo did have a shutout his last time out. Yeah. It'll be a week ago. Just Thursday.
Throwing it out there.
These are the decisions that people who make more money than us get to make.
And you know, what does your lineup look like?
Right. Who do you have on
Carlo
defense?
Would be back in there, and the possibility of McAvoy being back in there. That's a different look for you.
And that certainly would help. Bruins are going to pull the goaltender here with 5:40 to go after an icing call. So down 3. Joe Sacco with a last-ditch effort here. And off the face-off, puck is grabbed and brought out of the zone by Peterka. He'll shoot and score.
Sorry. You won the draw. And Peterka just fights his way past everybody. You won the draw. Lindholm does his job and wins the draw behind him. And it's Peterka that comes up with the puck.
And it's a hat trick for him as well. 3 goals for Peterka, 3 goals for Tage Thompson.
I'm telling you, the words you're going to hear are not good enough. And that's just not good enough.
So what remaining hats there were hit the ice. 5:34 to go, and the Bruins have surrendered 6 goals tonight to the Buffalo Sabres. The ice crew finishes cleaning up here.
I mean, you've got an offensive zone face-off. You've got the goalie pulled. It's not taking anybody by surprise. Your centerman does his job and wins the draw. Peterka comes from the middle of the ice, the middle hash mark, and fights his way through 3 guys and scores an easy empty netter. I mean, that's will.
Right.
Peterka's last 2 goals have been
you
will.
said it on the last one. He wanted it more. Well, guess what? He wanted that one more too. Koepke gives to Osterley. His shot sails wide on the glove side. It'll be sent out into the neutral zone. Sabres come forward here. Jokiharju gives off for Quinn. Knocked away from him by Beecher. Koepke coming back the other way. He'll take a shot wide of the glove side. Kicks all the way back out toward the red line. Osterley to Callahan. And he'll play it deep. 4:50 to go. And here's a break. Moving in, Benson. Put backhander wide of the net. Puck will come back toward the near side circle. Power with a backhand shot. Save made. Turnaround shot by Kozak. Slipped away from him into the far corner. Coming around toward the near side. Kozak gets a hit to seal off Zadorov away from the puck. Comes back towards Zadorov in the corner. Passed along to Patra. Turned over. Near circle. Benson. Back up top, Power fakes the shot, then turns it over, and Lettieri's got a break. They got a 2-on-0 here. Lettieri to Frederick, back to Lettieri, a shot, and a glove stop by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. .4:11 to go, and it's been that kind of night. 6-2 Buffalo on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 4.9% APR on a 2025 Civic or a 3.9% APR on a 2025 Accord or HR-V. Hurry into your Honda dealer today.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI and Type R.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 98.5thesportshub.com Bruins page, brought to you by the Peterson School. Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
4:11 left. Bruins trailing 6-2. Sabres have 2 players with hat tricks tonight. Tage Thompson and J.J. Peterka have done all the goal scoring. Mason Lohrei and Brad Marchand for the Bruins.
And just had a 2-on-0 with Trent Frederick and Letary. Terry stopped by, I think they did it pretty well. I mean, he might have been able to go back to Frederick on the play, but Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen coming across and making a nice glove save.
That was a nice save, yeah.
Leterry's had 2 good looks today, right? He had one in the second period and then that one right there.
Puck sent behind the net here for Pasternak. Into the near corner, taken away. Thompson coming out into the neutral zone. Will backhand it into the far corner. Swayman tees it up at the side of the net. Lohrei up ahead toward the red line. Here's Marchand. Azaka left circle. A rising shot tipped up and over. On the far board, Zaka will wheel it back around toward the near side. Callahan comes over to pick it up off the wall. Center of the blue line, Zaka back for Callahan at the dot. Couldn't connect with that pass. Cousins had it stolen by Zaka. Gave it to Marchand. One-timer goes wide. Kicked off the back of the net. Zaka takes it. Coyle from the far circle tried to one-time it. That was blocked. Far corner. Battle for possession. Comes free to Marchand with under 3 minutes to play. Jokiharju played it back into that corner for Cousins. Zucker trying to force it out of the zone. Osterley kept in, but now turned over, and Tuck will skate it slowly out toward the red line and dump it in. Go for a change. Osterley from his own blue line. Pass in the direction of Frederick missed. Goes to Luukkonen behind the net. Around the far wall. And it'll be carried out of the zone by Peyton Krebs. Krebs dealt over toward the right side. Thrown toward the net by McLeod, and Swayman will cover it up. 2:17 to go. Well, the Bruins so far with a couple of assists with those feeds. Shaw's and Star Market Foundation has donated $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about feeding the puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck.
Won't be any traffic leaving today.
Hometown crowd has had their entertainment fill for the night.
Nobody in this building right now.
Wasn't a overflow crowd to begin with, but like in the neutral zone here. Kulik batting at it. Beecher as well. Peak will bring it ahead for the Bruins. Right side, Brazo fires one right through the top of the crease. Zadorov at the point. Over to Peak, far side. Winds and fires. That one tipped wide. Zadorov again from the near point. Shoots it wide to the short side. Angled off the boards. Brazo takes it from there. Gives it back to Zadorov, center of the blue line. His shot gets blocked. And it'll be brought forward here by Kozak, sending one up the right side. Peterka giving chase, and they're going to whistle that an icing. And then Zadorov hits Peterka after the whistle, and that's going to start something here. Zadorov's got his gloves off, or at least one glove off.
It's not a fight Peterka wants, but it's too late for that.
Yeah, you needed that.
Where was that a while ago?
Needed that 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Of game time.
And he bumps Peterka, not hard, but Peterka took exception to it. I thought they were going to wave the icing off, to be honest with you.
Right. Well, it looked like Peterka was, if not even, maybe a little bit ahead of Zadorov as they got to the dot. 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct for Zadorov.
Okay, so he bumps him. It's not hard. But Peterka, I mean, he threw 2 punches. I mean, like, why? Because he's an offensive guy. It doesn't matter. It's not a. It's has no bearing in the outcome of the game. But I don't know. Peterka gets nothing for that.
Zadorov with 12 more penalty minutes for his. Now gives him 115 on the year, leading the league. 95 seconds before we put a capper on this one. And the Sabres will go to the power play for the 3rd time. As if matters weren't bad enough, now they're going to serenade us with Sweet Caroline at the end of this one. Materi will serve the penalty. Off the face-off. Kulik along the near boards lost it to Callahan, who sweeps it out of the zone. Cousins from his own blue line. Skates ahead to the red, now to the Boston blue. Floats it off to the left side. Benson will shoot it around behind the net to Tuck at the right circle. Kulik. Byram back to Kulik along the right circle again. Benson gives it right back to him. Try to throw it in front, blocked by Callahan. Kicks on to Frederick. He'll backhand it out of the zone and down ice. Bruins change up the penalty killers. Final minute of this one. Through the neutral zone. Tuck gains the attack blue line. Tried to leave it along the boards for Kulik. Coyle wrestles it away from him. Koepke near the red line will play it into the Buffalo zone. 40 seconds left. Cousins drops it back. And Byram will bring it up through the neutral zone. Pass off to the left side. Down deep it comes to Jack Quinn in the far corner against Wotherspoon. Quinn deals it back to Byram at the blue line. Cousins back over to Quinn. Left circle. Shot. Score. With 12.1 to go. It'll be a power play goal. Zach Benson looked like he redirected that.
Yeah, Quinn took the shot, but Benson definitely gets a piece of this shot on the way in. Swayman's got a good look at it. He's got the glove there, but Benson gets a piece.
So 7 goals allowed tonight by the Bruins.
Tips it down and under the glove of Swayman. .1 to go before a quiet flight home. Face-off win at center ice here by the Sabres. And they'll just eat the puck here and let the clock mercifully run out. A 7-2 win for Buffalo here on their home ice. As the Bruins now just 1 win in their last 10 road games. We'll be back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hello, my name is Jorge Gaviria, and I'm the founder of Hacienda. We partner with farmers in Mexico to bring heirloom corn products to every kitchen. With my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And it has no preset spending limit, which means my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Imagine transforming your outdoor space into a stylish and functional area for relaxation and entertainment. Imagine superior durability and longevity, ensuring that your investment lasts for years to come. Imagine whatever you'd like. Decorators Composite Decking, Railing, Balusters, and Accessories can help you create a deck that reflects your personal style and provides an inviting space for you and your loved ones to gather. Make your vision a reality. To learn more, visit Decorators.com. That's Decorators with a K.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at NissanUSA.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
We could tell you what it's like to drive the Nissan Rogue and tell you all about its performance capabilities, like its VC turbo engine. It's I can go virtually anywhere type of freak. Nice. But you don't have to take our word for it. Go drive it for yourself. You're up. Experience the power of the Nissan Rogue.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Get 2.9% financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. For well-qualified buyers, 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on new 2025 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment. 60 months financing at $17.92 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary, subject to residency restrictions and INMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Here's Peterka carrying into the Boston zone. Left circle, scores! J.J. Peterka with a shot that beats Swayman glove side. It's 3-1 Buffalo. And that was the game-winning goal. It was a 7-2 final score. The Sabres win it here on their home ice as the Bruins just one win now in their last 10 road games. This is the 7th time this year that the Bruins have allowed 6 or more goals, and every one of them has come on the road. Down McAvoy, down Lindholm, and now tonight down Carlo as well. You knew it was going to be a tough go of it defensively, but the Sabres, really...
Well, what did we say at the beginning, though? So, okay, you got to dial in on some of the details defensively, but you also have to have the forwards kind of dictate the pace of the game, dictate how this game is going to be played. Not nearly enough did they do that, and certainly not even close to being good enough defensively. How many goals scored off the rush? The gaps in the neutral zone, allowing the Sabres entry, tic-tac-toe plays. I mean, they look like, the Globetrotters, right? With a couple of the passing plays that they had. I mean, that's Bruins defense. It's just not nearly good enough. And then a couple of the goals by Peterka at the end. That's just pure will. And the Bruins, I mean, this is a game where, you need to do a little soul searching after this game. You had nothing. And you score 2 goals in the game. Lohrei opens the game with a goal. He got 1-0 lead. Less than a minute later, Buffalo scores. You make the game 4-2 in the third period on a power play goal by Marchand. Peterka just walks right up the middle of the ice and finishes one off.
30 seconds later.
I mean, that's just... you're waiting for them to find their game. They had some pressure towards the end of the second period, but it just... I'll say it for them because they're going to say it. It's just not good enough. Buffalo wanted it more. And that can't happen. The good news for the Bruins, I guess, if we're going by the latest stats, the 7 out of their next 8 games are at home.
Right.
You got one more game in January. You've only got 7 games in February, and only one of them's on the road, and that's in New York against the Rangers. So you got the 2 weeks off in the middle. I hope that winning trend on home ice continues because they're going to catch up to them in March when they play 10 out of 14 on the road.
Well, but your next game at home is against one of the best teams in the league in Winnipeg. I mean, so you better find it very fast.
A team that you just allowed 8 goals to the last time you played them in Winnipeg earlier this year.
Well, time now for tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the Game. 44 to go on the power play. Pasternak gets it to the back of the net. Centering pass. Marchand scores. One time to just under the crossbar. The captain gets on the board. It's 4-2, 9:47 to go. Unfortunately, that was as close as they would come in the third period. Marchand's 18th of the year. Our Lexus Amazing Play of the Game brought to you by the Lexus TX. Whether you're the passenger princess, a new set of twins, or even the family dog, everyone travels in luxurious comfort in the Lexus TX. We'll be back to Buffalo to wrap this one up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Your vision benefits just got even better. Now at Pearl Vision, provide your updated prescription from your new eye exam and get 40% off lenses. Their eye care experts are ready to help you find the perfect pair of glasses that suit your style. Don't wait. Your new look is just a visit away. And they accept all major vision plans. Find your nearest location at pearlvision.com. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. See participating stores for details.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Jets should be very content with that second period of play. Here's Connor, scores! Kyle Connor with a second to go in the period, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, Winnipeg Jets tonight taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Winnipeg would do the Bruins a little bit of a favor. They go on to a 4-1 victory over Montreal. Bruins will welcome the Jets into the TD Garden on Thursday night. Chicago, 4-1 lead now, late, just about the end of the game over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Carolina, 4-0 win over the New York Rangers. In the third period, the Islanders have a 2-1 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. In the first period, it's Washington 1 and Calgary 0. Couple games starting at 10 o'clock tonight. Dallas visits Vegas, and Seattle will play host to Anaheim.
So the Bruins get a little help on the scoreboard if you're a playoff spot watching. Unfortunately, they couldn't help themselves tonight. A 7-2 loss here in Buffalo. Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors initiative is sponsoring our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, they're donating another $100 to fight food insecurity. With 2 feeds tonight, that's another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. Follow along at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck. Time now for our 3 stars of the night, presented by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Number 3 star goes to Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. Coyle up the left wing side, goes right down the circle, shot, and the save made by Luukkonen. Zadorov with a shot, save made, rebound chance, and Luukkonen made a nice stop of the left pad. 2-on-0 here. Letteri to Frederick, back to Letteri, a shot, and a glove stop by Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. 26 out of 28 for Luukkonen tonight. He goes to 16, 15, and 4 in 36 appearances this year. And the other 2 stars go to the 2 hat tricks. J.J. Peterka, our second star. Here's Peterka carrying into the Boston zone. Left circle, scores! And back the other way comes Peterka, slipping right in and scores! Puck is grabbed and brought out of the zone by Peterka. He'll shoot and score. That empty netter gave Peterka the hat trick, his 14th goal of the season and 3rd of the game. He also had an assist tonight and another 4-point night as well for Tage Thompson, our first star. Cousins right back to Thompson, one-timer scores. Samuelson stepping in the blue line, tic-tac-toe passing. Thompson all alone in front scores. Thompson right circle shot, scores. Tage Thompson's got the hat trick. 25 goals on the season for Thompson. Both Peterka and Tage Thompson +6 ratings on the night as they go 3 goals and an assist apiece in this 7-2 victory for the Buffalo Sabres. Jeremy Swayman stopped 26 out of 32, and his record falls to 16, 17, and 4. Bruins' overall record now stands at 25, 21, and 6, 52 games, 56 points. The Sabres get just their second win in their last 6 games to go to 19, 26, and 5, 50 games played, 43 points for Lindy Ruff's club. So now the Bruins head home tonight, and they'll take on the Winnipeg Jets coming up on Thursday night at TD Garden. Our pregame coverage gets underway at 6:30 with a face-off at 7 o'clock. Now for our executive producer back in Waltham, Jeremy Conley, our engineer here in the booth, Tom Matt. For Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Thanks for joining us, and good night from Buffalo.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Night Train, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, McGovern Auto Group, Hub International New England, Timberline Construction, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Bruins hockey is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is your home for every Patriots game.
Into the end zone, trying to keep the play alive. Falling down, he throws to the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown!
WBZFM at HD Boston. 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Beasley Media Group station.
So down 3, Joe Sacco with a last-ditch effort here. And off the face-off, puck is grabbed and brought out of the zone by Peterka. He'll shoot and score.
Sorry. You won the draw. And Peterka just fights his way past everybody. You won the draw. Lindholm does his job and wins the draw behind him. And it's Peterka that comes up with the puck.
And it's a hat trick for him as well. 3 goals for Peterka, 3 goals for Tage Thompson.
I'm telling you, the words you're going to hear are not good enough. And that's just not good enough.
Back here on 98.5, the Sports Hub. I don't even know what to say after that performance tonight by the Boston Bruins. What do you do? What do you say? This was a thrashing. The Buffalo Sabres? You did this to the Buffalo Sabres? At this point, what do you do when you're the owner of the Bruins, the GM of the Bruins? What do you even do? Like, how do you follow up from this? I know you get Winnipeg on Thursday night. Is that it? You just return home, you get Winnipeg, who's awesome, by the way. How does it get better? What do you do here? I'm running out of answers, people. I'm running out of answers. You can't fire the coach. You've already done that. It's not really his problem anyways. He's just dealing with it now. Is it Swayman? The defense is horrific. You're without McAvoy. You're without Lindholm. It's horrific. It's horrible. Terrible. Crappy. What other adjective we can throw out there? It's bad. I would just like to bring up that Nikita Zadorov is just one of the worst acquisitions that I can remember. He's just on the ice for goals, 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 goals. Bruins giving up. Goals all night. Goals, goals, goals. It's bad, everybody. He stinks. The combo of him and Peak tonight. Ugh. It's bad. Very bad. And I get it. Again, look what they're dealing with on the defensive end. What do they do at this point? Like, do you want me to give you a real analysis? They're desperate. It's showing. It's terrible. They show you, they show you at times that they have structure and they have some talent. They win against Ottawa, play well against Colorado, and then they go on the road and they suck. What else can you say here? On the road this year, they're 9-14-3. And, like, how do you go on the road and perform like this constantly? Their goal differential on the road this year is -25. They were shorthanded. Did you hear that? They were shorthanded. Brandon Carlo got the sniffies tonight. Couldn't play. Like, you had one defenseman that could play on the right with a right shot. They were careless. They turned the puck over. They're horrible in the offensive and defensive zones. They can't stop any rushes. They got outshot 10-5 early on in this one. Mason Lowry with a goal. Nice to see. That lead lasted less than 1 minute tonight. 55 seconds. Their top line stinks. If you want to call it a top line at this point. They got caught on another line change. How many times are the Bruins going to get caught on a line change? And Matt Poitras, bro, a bit tough night for him. Oh. And Swayman got beat on a slapper at one point. He got beat all night long. It just, what do you do right now? Their struggles on the road are awful. They're tapping out. You want to talk about tapping out? They're on the road. They go up 1-0, and then they tap. They put themselves in a hole constantly. They show no urgency whatsoever. I don't know what to do here anymore. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to talk about this team anymore. They knew they weren't coming back tonight. There was nobody at the game. Well, how many hats? How many hats for the hat tricks tonight? Did you count them, Skaz? Would you have thrown your hat out there tonight?
I think that was the shortest, stoppage in play for a hat trick, maybe in NHL history.
Would you have thrown your hat?
No.
No.
The first Bruins double hat trick allowed since 2003. I believe our very own Ty Anderson had that. So, yeah. And I believe Zadorov and Peak pairing on the ice for 3 of Buffalo's first 4 goals.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was that. Listen, it sucked. I didn't know it was that bad. 3 out of 4?
Yeah, well, that could have been worse. That was when it was 4. Who knows when it got to the touchdown there, 7. And just on the Zadorov thing, too, another thing that just, really, really is starting to bug me about this team. When they're getting pushed around, when they're getting beat in these games, when they're already down, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, whatever it is, that's when they want to fight.
You know, as Marchand did that a couple of nights ago?
That's when Zadorov wants to get another penalty. Oh, we're down 6-2. It's like they wait until they're dead in the water already, and then they show some life. They had no life tonight.
No, that's not called urgency, by the way. That's called
No, they're throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, Skaz, we're the flagship of the Boston Bruins. We're here to react. We're here to give you content on the Bruins. What do we have tonight? You mentioned Zadorov.
Bad.
Right? Like, I don't want to give them a pass for their current situation on defense. I don't want to give them a pass. They've been playing without Lindholm for a while now. They've actually shown better signs without McAvoy at times.
Joe, if this was Winnipeg, if this was the Stars, if this was, a team that's even halfway decent, okay, maybe I can hear that conversation from Bruins fans. But this is the worst team in the league, arguably, and one of the worst home teams in the league. And the Bruins just absolutely laid an egg in a game where, and two, if you want to get really frustrated as a Bruins fan, Tampa Bay lost, Montreal lost, and the Rangers lost.
They still hold a wild card spot.
And the Bruins couldn't pick up anything on them because you lose to Buffalo in a non-competitive game.
So I don't think ownership's involved. Neely's talked about two different paths. Like, do you think they're just waiting for McAvoy and Lindholm to come back and see what it looks like?
Well, isn't that classic Bruins? Oh, our trade deadline acquisition is someone that was just waiting around, someone that was injured. He's coming back.
I rooted for a youth movement. I thought Patra looked out of place tonight, and you mentioned it, against Buffalo. Winnipeg's on deck. Oh, but Brad Marchand scored a power play goal. It's bad, man. I don't even know what to do. Should I just read the chat about the Bruins? Because I don't know where else to go. Steve says Winnipeg is going to destroy them. Hampus Lindholm should stay injured. Why come back to this? Some people said they saw the first period and then didn't realize the score was 7-2. The Bruins are slow. They were brutal tonight. Exactly, Skaz. They can only give up 2 hat tricks to 2 different players. I would love to give you an analysis and talk about the Bruins. I used to love when people called with their just passion. I think they've taken the passion away from the Bruins fans. These are the same Bruins fans that get their hopes up time after time after time. Thank you, Jeremy Conley. And I feel bad for Jeremy. Jeremy gets to go home right now. Good for you, Jeremy, because he had to work that thing tonight. Bruins fans, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. They tease you all the time. They'll be the best regular season team and then get bounced in the first round. They'll show a fight and an effort against the team that wins the Stanley Cup. They go out and get the 2 best free agents available, and they're worse. They fired their coach for a spark. He gets a job somewhere else. They're just this good enough to be in the playoffs, not good enough to be out of the playoffs. Not bad enough, excuse me. At least we have the bean pot, someone said. Oh, and the Four Nations, Four Nations hockey games coming in here. Jacobs get paid for that, right?
Probably the best hockey played in Boston in the month of February, if I had to guess.
Well, yeah, between the bean pot and the four, what do they call it again?
The Four Nations.
Okay, I'll just call it Four Nations. Oh, McAvoy is going to play in that, right? He's going to play in that?
I believe so.
But not tonight against Buffalo. Am I being too hard on him right now?
No, Joe. I don't think you can be too hard on a team that looked like that against the Buffalo Sabres.
No, really. If I say that McAvoy is going to play in the Four Nations but can't play against Buffalo, is that my bad human for that?
What happened to Carlo? That's what I want to know. Case of the sniffles or something?
Sniffies. Sniffies. I thought hockey players were tough. All right. I don't know what's going on. I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't want to hear tomorrow something happened, and then I'm the jerk who made fun of him for the sniffy. What do they do here? What do you do?
Sell.
We'll get to the headlines. We'll get everyone caught up. If you want to call in about this, 617-779-0985. I don't have the answers. I could read Ty Anderson. I could read Matt Doloff. I already read Steve Conroy today. Like, I went to Nesson's site just to get, like, a blip. They mentioned that Lowry and Marchand scored goals. They didn't even mention Swayman's name. By the way, is he off the hook on this one because the defense is so bad? Like, I don't even know. We'll hit the headline here. We'll try to react to this, but I have to sniffy sometimes. I don't call out. Get to the headlines here. I'm Joe Murray here on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports.
Zaka across, they scored. Point a shot, rebound, score.
WBZFM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
Bruins losers tonight to Buffalo 7-2. Two different players had hat tricks tonight for Buffalo. The Bruins got goals from Mason Lowry and Brad Marchand. They're back in action on Thursday night when they take on one of the best teams in hockey, the Winnipeg Jets. Patriots making some moves today. Well, they're not going to bring back Brian Belichick or longtime assistant Mike Pellegrino, but you know what? Let's send Drake May to the Pro Bowl. Why not? He's an alternate. The Cowboys have hired Matt Eberflus as their defensive coordinator. Celtics, they take on Chicago tomorrow night. Sam Hauser, Al Horford, Jason Tatum, all listed as questionable. Headlines, they are brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss, a no-risk, all-rewards path to real weight loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% off your money back. Awaken180weightloss.com. I'm Joe Murray. Your next update is in 30 minutes.
New England plays here.
Down the right side, it's a separation. Yeah, touchdown pass. Yes. Perfect dive from Drake May.
98.5 The Sports Hub.
12.1 to go before a quiet flight